Now what?
Hello, welcome back to Band of Badges. This is our Friday night EBERRON'S session. I would say bi-weekly, but it's more like bi-monthly at the moment. When we last played in November, well, in fact, I know when we last played, it's 22nd November. So now, 31st January, Brexit Day. We are back for session 17. So welcome back, everybody. So quick catch up. We have Jeff playing as Lobo, our barbarian. We have Pete returning as Sim. Dave returning as Kingsman. Josh will be playing as Maylor. Lauren will be running Noella, and Sarah Jane is Agatha. So, our DM shield, critit.co.uk. Our thanks to you for providing us with our D&D badges, branded DM shield. If you'd like one of your own, not a D&D badges branded one obviously, but your own wooden DM shield.
You can do if you want to.
You can do if you want to, yeah.
Help spread the word, you never know.
You can head on over to their website. They sell a lot of other stuff. He makes it himself, or his company makes them. Good quality item, pretty good. I like it. Obviously branded with their own logo. He does sell a lot of other stuff as Icons of the Realm stuff on there. I'm sure he'll be carrying the Icons of the Realm EBERRON packs when they come out, and a lot of other merchandise.
And also at the time of recording this, they're just doing their next batch of dice as well.
Okay.
On Kickstarter.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, critit.co.uk if you want to head over there. So any other announcements?
Yes, the usual. We have. You can always catch us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. There's the links. Just if you missed it, just rewind and pause it. You know how to do it. Also, we have some merchandise. We've got some class T-shirts, as you can see, modelled by our lovely Jeff. Or you've got the hoodies, modelled by the lovely me. You can get those, and they will help support our channel and support our growth, and they help us buy all lovely fancy new toys, and pay for things like rent and things like that.
Not your rent.
Not my rent. No, just rent in general. So you can pick those up. If you need to, just find our Facebook site. Go to our Facebook and you'll find all of our lovely merchandise listed there. Facebook.com/D&D Badgers. Also, if you happen to have your own product that you'd like to showcase here on this very table, get in touch and we can have a chat. That's it.
Thank you. Right, so recap of where we were, because obviously it was quite a while since we last played. So, during session 16, you faced off against the Clockwork Dragon and successfully defeated that creature, partly with your own wits, partly being assisted by our guest character last time, Avatar Zero, and partly with Dave's cannon. Dave did fall, you shot at him with a cannon.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a euphemism.
Kingsman unfortunately did fall during the battle, but he was returned to life by Agatha using Revivify. So no long-term damage. You then proceeded to visit 3 locations where you had to destroy the dimensional anchors and take down the lieutenants of the Lord of Blades, who ultimately you need to face off against in the secret facility in the centre of Seer at the Glowing Chasm. So you headed to the Barren Keep first off, where you fought the Clockwork Dragon, and so I'm going to change slightly what happened because the original plan has changed, so we're going to retcon it. So you dropped off a keystone, and that keystone would allow you to use the teleportation stone that you've been issued to return there, as your task, your overall task is destroy all 3-dimensional anchors before dawn of this night that we're going to play next. You then proceeded after Barren Keep onto Metrol, where you dropped off the next keystone atop a large pillar. It's also where you dropped off Swillow, so that he could keep watch over the patrols that were moving backwards and forwards. So when you was there, you spotted a load of the assault clockwork creatures that you'd fought previously during the crash of the flying vessel. And he's going to keep an eye on what's going on there to make sure he can, assimilate the patterns, the patrol patterns, and that you can find a way to sneak into the arena to face off against whatever creature resides there and destroy the dimensional anchor at that location. And then lastly, headed off to Fort Bright, a subterranean city, and the current location of all of you. You've been there for the past 2 nights, so you are fully rested, fully healed, and fully up to spec with all your spells, abilities and devices. So, that's where we'll begin. You find yourself in one of the abodes within the city proper, within the walls, within Fort Bright. You've been, over the last 2 nights, seeing throughout the city flashes of light going off at all hours. You are underground, so the light that comes from the top of the chasm doesn't last very long, so you probably only see 2 or 3 hours of sunlight a day, especially since within Sear most of the place is covered in clouds, so light is very diffuse and not direct. So you live in this sort of perpetual state of gloom, and these flashes of light appear all over. When you move around to investigate what they might be, the light dies off in that area. Kingsman, if you recall, when you went upstairs in the tailor's shop, you did see a white ghostly spider. And again, when you tour around the areas, you see constant thin threads that you often break as you're walking along, and then when you return that way, they've been repaired and remade. So, what do you wish to do?
Sorry, when you said flashes, did you mean from up here or throughout the...
All over the streets, everywhere, all over the city.
Like in the sky or in windows?
Generally on the ground or in windows or on the sides of buildings.
Okay. So it's not candle light or lantern light, it's...
No, it's like, in modern terms it'd be like a camera flash. It'd be a bright flash, lights up instantaneously and then fades.
Okay.
Do I recognise it following a specific pattern at all?
No.
Okay. And is it? Do I realise that it might be leading to a specific path, or is it just literally random, or at least everywhere, rather than in a specific location?
There's no pattern that you can discern, so it wouldn't. It's not starting at the bottom on the outer wall and then heading uphill or anything like that. It is literally appearing at random.
Okay.
If you want to make me a perception check, though, you can.
Okay. So that is...
All of us or just Josh?
It's been so long. Yeah, plus 5, that's 23.
Okay.
Just Josh.
You do notice, however, that if you do follow the strands carefully, so this is why you've made the roll, while the others are not with you, because they have a tendency to stomp around and break a lot of stuff. You do notice that one strand might go through a window and a door, and then a strand within that building might link up with it and become thicker, and then slowly, as you move up towards what looks like a keep at the top of the hill, those strands, or that strand that you started following, has suddenly become 5, 6. It's become the width and diameter of a string, and then that will link up even further and become the width and thickness of a rope, and link up even further and become the thickness of your forearm, like a almost a cable like thickness.
20.
Is it fibre broadband?
So the rest of us haven't seen this.
No.
So I'm currently following a strand.
Split the party.
He has a tendency to wander off on his own.
We've upset him already.
This might be the 3rd time I die in a campaign, knowing that,
Sorry, forgot to put the electricity on. Right, so what do you wish to do, Josh?
Do these strands look, can I check them if they seem from a magical or natural tendency?
How do you want to do that?
Because assuming these strands are, how would you describe them? Or how would I see them? I do an investigation. That's
Natural
nat 20.
Okay, they are spider webs.
Okay.
20.
20.
Literally, it's just and then you see another one twang. It's like, whoop.
I'll go back to the group and let them know that the strands are getting thicker up this specific pathway.
Okay. Okay.
Group, do we know where we're supposed to be going?
Nope.
So your ultimate task is to find the dimensional anchor that is at this location this night. In fact, you've got to find 3 dimensional anchors during this night and destroy them. And destroying them will aid you in your battle with the Lord of Blades.
Is there any way that we can find the dimensional anchors, or are we just going to, because this looks like quite a large place it's to blunder around for?
We could follow the strands.
Well, it'll take us to whatever's making the web.
Mm.
Or would that necessarily take us to the dimensional anchor?
Yeah.
Do I still have that ability of
That looks suspect.
checking for different planes, or is that some completely different from what this is aiming to go into? That ability,
Which ability?
the
Dimensional anchor.
the ability that I received when I joined the
Special club.
special warlock club.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, it was the ability of noticing different planes or
You've got something over there, isn't
of dimensions or something.
Oh,
but I
spinny
don't think
bit.
this really applies in this specific. Okay.
Can I ask a really silly question? I have a spell that's not prepared, so how would I make a spell prepared?
You would have to add it. So in your spell list.
Yeah. Oh, but there's no reason I can't do it now, because I have something that, if I know what the anchor's like, I have locate objects.
Yeah. But you don't know what it's like.
Damn it. Does anybody, do any of us know what it's like?
No characters, no.
Fantastic.
Could look like a chair.
But you have got 3 to do. So
Once you follow
Yeah,
once
once
you
we
found
know
the
what
first
it looks
one,
like,
you could use your locate object at the
Yes.
necessary location. So it would be worth
I have
switching
now
it out.
done it.
So, chaps, I think we need to follow the threads, if possible. I've seen some cobwebs, or at least spider webs, that seem to be going up this way. So we go this way.
Hi ladder, did you twang it?
I didn't twang it. No. I don't know what would happen if I did that.
Well, show me where it is and I'll twang it.
I show Kingsman where to twang.
He shows Kingsman his twanger.
This is when it all gets seedy. After dark.
It always gets CD.
D&D after dark.
CD indeed.
Coolest number now.
Okay, so Maylor escorts you.
That's a bite-sized audio there. Call his number now. Josh's D&D night time.
Where Josh twangs.
Yeah. We might attract a new audience.
If we all start
talking like this.
Oh, my hands are all sweaty.
You're having trouble sleeping.
You've got to stop twanging. Yeah, gotta stop twanging.
It's all about friction.
Well, there's nothing else here, is there? There's no people. There's no signs of life. So the only thing is these strands.
Did you say the strands are going into houses and things?
Yeah, they're
So
So there are people.
Yeah.
Kingsman and Agatha, we arrived here originally, and we
Okay.
were looking through some of the buildings.
Yep.
There's a load of dust over everything,
Oh,
the way I
okay.
remember it. All the houses and buildings were abandoned, and we went into one as I opened the door of a room. In my mind, it's a spider the size of a dog, like
Okay.
scurried out a window.
Brilliant.
And then we cut. Yeah, that was it.
So
Done.
we decided
Spider.
we're
Left it
not
at
going
that
in any of the
point.
houses in every minute.
Yeah.
But we are going to follow the web to the biggest spider.
Yeah.
Bigger than
Yeah.
the
The
size.
mummy
Yeah.
Of course
spider.
we are.
we've got no other leads, so we might as well just follow it, see where it goes.
Were we given any information about what the dimensional anchors look like or do?
Nope.
Well, you know that they are anchoring something to this plane. They were originally used during the summoning ceremony where they pulled the Baylor into the body of this Warforged. That was going to be their ultimate weapon. But you have been told that these dimensional anchors have been turned now to some other purpose, almost like the polarity on them has been reversed. So instead of something being anchored to this plane, it's like this plane is being anchored to something else, almost to allow free passage between the planes.
But they could, what in terms of objects, they could be any size.
They could be any size, they could be any shape, they could be any container. They could be anything.
Emit kind of energy that other creatures might find interesting.
You don't know.
Oh, well, I don't suppose you can recognise these cobwebs. You're a druid. You might know some animals or creatures.
I'm going to go with spider.
Yeah.
Do you know any specific what this might be in terms
Big
of...
spider.
Okay, check it out.
Make a roll.
Nature.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. I don't even know it's a web. To be honest. It could be something else.
You trip over it.
You're
Yeah.
busy twanging your Kingsman.
Twanged it too hard. As well.
Start eating it.
Tastes a bit funny.
It's like this.
Tastes a bit nutty.
So that one plus it was 8 in total, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. It's web.
Well, that was a bit
Definitely
pointless,
unnatural
wasn't it?
in appearance. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Let's follow the web.
Yeah. It's
I
the,
twang
it's
it.
the only thing we've got.
Okay.
Follow it
Yeah.
backwards to where it gets
So you
sticky.
twang it. It's strong. It doesn't break.
Oh.
It makes a almost satisfying hum
Oh.
that you can hear lowers in pitch as it moves away from you further up the hill. So as it's getting thicker, the pitch is getting lower, almost like a deep bass rumble, quite distant up the hill.
Okay. We'll follow it that way. There's no other signs of movement on any other web. No flashes when we twang it.
Not specifically when you twang it, but these flashes are going off all the time.
Do these cobwebs look flammable?
It looks like a cobweb.
So yes.
I think cobwebs are flammable because I've seen arachnophobia, so I know this stuff.
I'm intrigued to potentially
Burn it.
No.
I'm just wondering whether it'd be a great idea to be surrounded by web.
Oh, that's a good idea. I thought it was just literally just like connecting the dots of sorts of
Fills
cobwebs.
all the rooms.
Are you going to set it on fire?
No, I think I won't set it on fire.
Let's leave that for the last resort.
Yeah.
When we're already on fire. So being more on fire would do no good.
Are we going to follow it up the hill then?
Yeah, I think so.
I
As it
think
gets
that's a good
thicker.
idea.
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Should we be sneaky as we do it?
I think if we want to be sneaky, we should probably not twang the web again.
Yes.
Mm.
Because is that not what spiders is that not what spiders detect? Is that their prey? So, yeah. So.
I'm going to attempt to be sneaky.
Okay.
Following
Anyone
it.
else attempting to be sneaky?
I'll attempt it.
Can we
I
follow
bang the
way
hammer
out?
on my shield. Dang, dang, dang.
It makes a very, very satisfying echoey noise.
I'm
You,
tempted
you,
to
you
stop.
find yourself really enamoured to it, and as you walk along, continue doing it.
I hope.
Follow the
I
path
hope.
up the hill, but
It's
on
up
a
the
different
hill we
line
go.
of approach.
Can I?
Is there a parallel road or something?
Yeah, there is.
I'm going to
so,
go that way.
so there are five. There are in fact 5 parallel roads.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
okay.
as you cross to the other one,
Yeah.
you find that there is another strand.
Okay, let's follow. I'm following this one.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace on all this?
You can. You all have to be together to start with.
Okay, we will split up.
But he's just walked
I
up.
think we
Ah.
should.
Well, you can
I
call
think we
us all
should
back
follow
together,
the other
can't you?
strand.
Quietly.
The one we didn't twang.
The one we did
I
not.
think that's
Okay.
probably a good idea.
And
So
keep
we
an
should
eye on this.
all.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all this if we follow that.
Okay. So everybody gets plus 10 to their stealth roll. So
Plus
Okay.
10.
everybody would like to roll again, please.
All right.
Those of you that are wearing heavy armour do it with disadvantage unless it's
Oh, that was good.
Is mine-
Nice.
mine's on.
I rolled a
I think mine's
5,
better at all.
so that
how
is
much do we get bonus?
27.
Plus 10.
10 on top of your normal bonus.
So I got 38.
Okay.
27.
14.
16.
Oh no, 15. Sorry,
16.
15.
Yeah, I rolled a 4,
Oh,
Yeah, I rolled
5.
bad.
then
I was
plus
like,
2
God, that
for
bad.
stealth, and then the plus 10.
I rolled a
Okay.
5 plus 10 plus 0.
I've got 18.
Dice.
If I plus 10, that's 28, but I'm wearing adamantine plate.
So you need to roll with disadvantage then. So I'll get
So 18. And 4. So 14.
14.
You got a plus 10.
So averaging it
20.
out, it's, you know, there are some of you that are stomping along, still fairly quiet, but a couple of you are taking the lead.
I've disappeared.
Take the ball.
Yeah, we just
Just disappeared.
fade
They
into shadows.
both disappear to another realm in time.
I'm humming Incy Wincy Spider rather than singing it. So.
Seaweed.
Okay, so you make your way up the hill. After 10-15 minutes walk, because you're stealthing it rather than moving at full speed, you can see you're heading to a large keep surrounded by a 20-foot high curtain wall. In the front of that curtain wall, where all 5 side streets or main thoroughfares exit, there is a large set of iron gates that are destroyed. So they've obviously been hit by something, they've been bent and are laying on the ground, so the courtyard is open. Within the courtyard there's rubble from the walls, there's detritus, there's a high concentration of the dust that sort of coats everything here. Almost as you walk further up towards the keep, it becomes deeper and deeper, so it comes to about ankle level. Within the compound itself, you can see that every single window on the building is shattered, and entering every single portal in the building is one of these strands. So like the main strands that come up from thoroughfares that you're walking on, they all enter through the central gate, and then they go through the central doorway, which is also smashed down and broken into 1,000 pieces. But through every single window there are thinner strands, either single strands or thin string diameter strands. So it almost seems to be the hub or the epicenter of one massive web that reaches every single corner and part of this city.
Might be lots of spiders.
You're doing alright though.
No, I'm Kingsman's fine.
Oh,
I see
Kingsman's
myself
fine.
long shape into a spider at some point just to save myself, blend in.
Good idea. Do it now. Follow the spiders in.
Does that deactivate pass without
No,
trace
you
then?
can just turn it into like a dog-sized spider.
Pass without trace is
It's not
concentration,
might,
isn't it?
Yes.
so you
Still
would use
spider.
that.
Be obvious to the
So
other
Would
one.
I even if I was an animal, can I still do it? Or?
Still
They're all white
It's a bit of a
spiders.
stretch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just spider long shape.
So we're heading into the courtyard area. Because at
What's
the
the
moment we're
spider's
standing
worst
at the
enemy?
entrance
Turns
here.
up into that.
Yeah.
At the moment we're standing at the gates.
Probably
Push
Hold up
the
newspaper.
down.
Yeah.
A swatter.
A sink.
Okay, right.
Yeah, bath.
A bathtub.
Okay, so if I wild shape, we lose pass without trace.
Yeah, so
So
we lose all
are you
plus
up to
10.
me wild shaping, or shall I not
No, I think we.
leave it for a bit?
Yeah, we should just.
Unless we notice that there might be some trace of spiders, I think.
Yeah,
That's
stay as I
what
am
we
for now.
do.
Unless I want to properly investigate something, like a house or something that's really spider-like.
Shh. Stealthy.
Okay, so you want to move forwards.
Mhm.
Yes, and see what there is to see.
Do you want to? Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll be on the lookout.
Just it doesn't really matter about marching order at this stage. It's just so you'd get a perception check if you can.
Alright.
So you enter the keep. You enter through these large double doors that have been smashed. The splintered wood is strewn all over the entranceway to the building. There's a large set of stairs and there's corridors that go off to either side. The stairs again are smashed into bits, preventing access to the upper levels. A lot of the corridors to either side are also rubble strewn and partly collapsed. It seems to have been intentional, maybe. There is one definite corridor that leads forwards. So the main strands also go off down that way. They've now been bound together into one thick cable that's about the thickness of Lobo's torso. But you can see
That's pretty fit.
That's pretty big.
but you can see a lot of the other, thinner strings and single strands. They all come in through the windows and they all head off, and they're sort of penetrating through walls, penetrating through woodwork. They're all sort of heading in the same direction. And it's this corridor that's slightly set back behind the stairs. So the furthest point away from you as you enter across the other side of the main entranceway, heading almost towards the back of the keep.
Have you got infravision?
Dark vision.
Yeah. Is it dark?
Yes and no. It's low light. So anyone without dark vision would only be able to see 15 feet, but it's not pitch black.
So pretty much the only corridor that's proper open is the one that the strand goes down.
Correct.
The thick one.
Correct. And you could spend time trying to clear debris if you wished, to try and get down one of the other corridors. But you know, if you're following the strand and the strand goes this way.
I put my night goggles on.
Okay.
So do we follow it, guys?
Is there anything about this place that makes it look as though we should be
Running away.
searching for this this anchor?
Quick question, have I still got my hag's eye or did I lose it because I started pushing up to 60 feet?
No, you have your hag's eye.
Okay, I'll put my hag's eye on.
Because we really don't know what we're looking for, so I don't know if there's anything about this place that makes us think we should stop here and search around.
Other than this being obviously the epicentre of whatever's going on here with regard to the web, also is the central part of the city. It's the most important building, it's majestic, it's obviously where the lord of this area lived. A lot of the other buildings within the city had the sort of merchant type feel to them. What you know of this place, it was a bustling port city, because it's quite close to the river that feeds into Lake Syr and then feeds into Metrol. There were other mansions, but this is the biggest. So it may have a vault. There may be something here. You don't really know.
Is there any magic that can be detected from where we are?
If you want to cast detect magic, you can.
I don't think so. Well, Josh, have you got detect
Yeah, I
magic?
can do that as a ritual.
That's,
Steve, is the
It'll take
corridor
10 minutes,
wide
though.
enough for us to get
I've got
past the
dispel
thing
magic,
without
but I don't
touching it?
detect.
Yes, but you would need to walk single file.
I'll go at the back.
If you want to spend time detecting magic, we could spend that time carefully
Yeah.
looking around.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
perception.
I'll use detect magic as a ritual.
Yeah, but if you put your goggles
So
on,
as you're spending that 10 minutes to cast a spell, there
Well,
are
she's
several
looking
flashes
outside of it.
in the courtyard and one off
Yeah.
down the corridor with the cable.
Okay.
As the ritual of being attacked.
Can we tell which direction the flashes are going in, or is it just like they're just sparks?
You get the impression of a direction,
Yeah.
but like I say, when you've been off in that direction before, when you get there,
They're
the
going
flash
different.
goes off somewhere
Yeah.
else. So it's mobile.
Okay.
Ah.
But
So is it
there
that-
is very definitely one that goes off down the corridor.
So is it as soon as we
Okay.
approach where the flash has come from, another flash goes somewhere else?
Yes.
I think so it's almost like it can sense we're going towards it and does
Yes.
whatever it is. Okay.
Okay, so you complete the ritual to cast detect magic. With the flash of energy released, your vision glows. You can see the strand detect as magical, as do your colleagues. Glow like the midday sun.
What? Just the ironstone floating around my head, the goggles that I'm wearing, the cloak that I'm wearing, and my boots.
But other than
Other
that,
than
nothing.
There's a patch back here, but it's not.
Oh, so chaps, the cobweb seems to be magical. Just thought I'd label no. Could be a magical spider.
Spider.
Okay,
Well.
so what do you wish to do?
Oh.
Should we go up the courtyard? Is that where?
Corridor.
Yeah.
That we've been past the courtyard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now in the okay.
Is the corridor the one with the most free space? So that's the way we most approach the centre without touching any strands.
Yes, yeah. The other corridors and the stairway have been wrecked or destroyed in some way, almost as if to guide you in this
Fell
direction.
understand this
To
way.
guide us in this direction.
Oh dear.
Smells of a trap.
So is there any way
Awesome.
sort of up high that we might be able to see better from?
No, the stairs that go up to the second level, but so you won't be able to get a better view. I mean, you can go up to the top landing and look down, but you're only going to see this entranceway anyway.
Okay.
Above, again, you get the impression it goes off into corridors.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
There's a floorboard that's loose or something.
I think that's the chair.
So,
Can I use my divine sense to see if there's anything nearby?
So that only works if you can see. So it's up to 60 feet, whatever you can see. So
Okay.
full cover blocks anything. There is nothing in this room,
Right.
so it wouldn't really be worth you doing it.
Okay. I'm voting for fire.
I mean, I've got Dispel Magic as a spell, so I can't really Dispel Magic from the web, could I?
If you wanted to.
Okay. Will it set something
What
off,
it's
though? Will it set
doing.
something off? What level should I do it now? What's level?
Depends how strong the magic is.
I'll do level 3. Okay, so I cast Dispel Magic, it's at 120 foot range. See what happens.
Cast it down the corridor at the furthest
Oh,
bit
do
you
I
can
break
see.
my pass without trace if I do
No,
that?
it's not concentration.
No, it's not.
so
Okay, that's fine. Cool, I'll shoot it down the corridor, 120 feet.
I'm gonna get my battle axe out and just like wait.
Okay, so you cast Dispel Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so the web fizzles in that area where you drop the spell, and it sort of loses its glow. And you hadn't realised until now, but the reason why it's low light here and not pitch black is because there's actually a sort of a suffused light coming from the web.
Okay.
It's not, obvious. It's almost like one of the
Like
chemical
glow
night
stick.
lights, like a glow stick,
Yeah.
but not as bright. A very very low level glow stick, and it very obviously disappears in the area in the volume of Dispel Magic that you've hit it with. Okay.
You don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Dang.
Okay.
Got my hands
Okay.
up.
Can everyone still see? I can still see.
Yeah, because the area you're standing in
Yeah.
is
That's
still low light, and those of you with dark vision can still see past, but those of you without, that's now a blackened section of corridor.
I've got devil's sight now.
I'm alright. Got my hag's eye on.
Can we hear anything around us? No.
Only the noise that you're making yourselves.
I say carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Follow the big.
We'll make our way slowly down the corridor.
Okay,
I'll go
so
up front.
as you move down the corridors, you see more evidence of the wreckage and debris and partly smashed walls, smashed doors, and you see more of these strands coming through walls, through holes, through open doorways. You see into rooms that are a wreck. They're filled with beds that have been broken and smashed, or kitchens that are wrecked. And you follow strand ever deeper into the keep, and more strands join up until this becomes even thicker and thicker, and you have to actually sort of hunker down as you follow. You see flashes continue to go off from up ahead, so you're definitely heading in the right direction. You feel this tenseness and almost electricity in the air buzzing around you as you move deeper towards the back of the keep. Eventually you reach what you feel must be the epicenter. From ahead of you can see again a large set of double doors that have been smashed inwards, and this cable enters and turns almost upwards. Within, that room is lit, brightly lit, casting where you currently stand. You can see the gloom that you've been walking around in now, and you appreciate that it was very low light levels, although most of you have got dark vision. And so the room that this cable enters appears like a well-lit room, or the sun at midday.
Have a look around.
Okay.
Oh god, it looks like a bunch of computer files.
We're in the Matrix.
You see within, so you're entering at the far end of the table there. And put your characters on. So you see within a chapel, and unlike the rest of the area that you've been within this keep, this is untouched. So the pews are still solid. The floor is almost swept clean, although there is a little bit of the dust gathering at the corners, but it's generally unkept. It's generally just unkempt rather than being destroyed.
But the cable comes in here.
The cable comes in here. So the braziers along the side of the room are lit, and the cable enters through the double doors that you're stood within at the moment and rises up to the ceiling. There are two other cables that enter from the left and right hand side of the walls and again rise up to the ceiling. And 30 feet above you is this huge ball of web, almost 50, 60 feet in diameter. It glows with a bright blue light, which, in addition to the torches in the walls, help light this room, make it so bright. It pulses almost like a heartbeat, and you recognise it because you've seen it before. So the in-between place where the portal and the kyber crystal had the battle where you fought the water elemental and met up with Arctus, it has the same pulsing blue glow of the kyber crystal where you made your escape from that place, went back in time and found yourselves in the arena in Sharn on day one. Behind the altar,
What's he doing?
It is a massive spider.
It's a puppet.
behind the altar is Steve's pack lunch.
Steve Sandwich.
That tarantula comes out.
It's a dungeon.
Is it a real one?
There is a statue
Ooh.
of a woman and spider hybrid standing guard almost above the altar, standing guard almost to the webbing ball that's on the ceiling above you.
It's a statue.
What do you wish to do?
Is it definitely a statue?
Yeah.
Look very closely at the statue.
See, this is where I should have bought two and painted one grey.
Should we make our way into the room slowly?
Yeah. We're still plus 10 stealth, aren't we?
Maybe around the edges or something. I don't know.
Okay, so you will need to, if you want to stealth in, you can, no problem.
Yeah.
But you'll need to make me another roll because of the change in light situation here.
7.
From my extensive knowledge of
19.
spiders, does
That's
that
right.
ball look like it's
That's-
going to be full of baby spiders?
I know, plus whatever you got. 0.
It could be full of baby spiders. You're not sure.
I'm not the nature expert.
Do we still get the plus
Oh, I
from
am.
Noella's thing? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I got
28.
Nat 20.
21.
Nice one.
No, 20.
Yes.
Nice one.
28.
So
I'm
it is
19,
capable of it.
because I roll badly.
21.
Seconds to go.
Sorry, what are we doing? Stealth.
Stealth, and you're rolling with disadvantage.
8.
Plus
18.
10.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. So, are you all moving forwards together?
Sure.
We have to, don't we, to get the...
You
Or
have to be
does
within
it just
30
count?
feet of Noella.
Yeah, should we,
Yeah,
just,
that's easy. Yeah.
should we just go around
Should we keep her in the
the
middle?
edge
right?
and
Yeah,
check
keep it
it
in the
out?
middle,
Because I assume it's slightly more
Yeah.
dim around the
These
edges.
are 5 foot squares, so
Can
you
I-
can spread out, yeah.
Yeah. Can I identify the spider statue from my knowledge of stuff?
It's definitely not a natural creature,
Okay.
so it would be more of an arcana or history
And
check.
do you think that's an egg sac?
Oh, do I think that's an excellent?
Would you like to make a roll?
Yes.
Da, da, da.
Not a 1.
13 plus 7, 20.
Okay, so it is reminiscent of a spider egg sac, a natural spider egg sac, although much, much larger.
Okay.
You've seen a lot of sacks.
Burn it.
Josh had to go there.
Oh my god.
That's what I want to burn.
You're marrying that.
I would like to.
It's not too late.
No, it's like slowly.
I'm going to move with the group and try and investigate the statue if possible. If we are moving towards the statue.
Is there anything else of interest in the room? I know there's the pews. Are they actually chairs around the edge as well?
Yeah.
If there's things in here, I'm going to guess it's at the altar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to move up and search the altar?
Is the statue actually pointing at the altar like that?
Oh.
It's almost like
Oh,
it
have we got
wants
a
us
dog?
to go there.
Can we sacrifice the dog on the altar?
No, not Jojo.
Is that what the dog's name was?
No, I was just making. I kept getting it wrong. I kept changing its name throughout the campaign, or at least the episode.
Can't believe you got the dog killed.
Yeah,
Just go.
yeah, David.
Yeah. Like, blame him.
Right, should we move up to the altar then?
Yes.
Okay, so you move as a group towards the altar.
Slow and steady, slow and steady.
We're stealthily doing it.
Sort of round the side.
Try and knock over the least amount of pews. Are they set up like dominoes, yeah?
I've still got my detect magic still, or is that now
no, so I
gone?
think it only lasts for 10 minutes, so
Yeah,
it's gone.
okay.
Okay. There is nothing that you can see on the altar. It is clean, it is dust free, but there is nothing that appears to be on it.
We're not sure whether that's an actual statue, are we?
Can the altar be opened at all, or is it just kind of just a stone?
From where you are,
Yeah.
without searching it,
Yeah.
it looks like just a stone table.
Now is it worth me using divine sense,
Oh yeah.
please?
Okay.
Because I'd
Sense
quite like
that
to
ability.
see if I can feel is that a real spider, or are there spiders in the thing above us?
Okay. So, would you like to tell me what you detect?
What do I detect?
Yeah. What
Oh, sorry.
in the
Is that right?
description?
Tell me. It's
Ice
like-
cream.
As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. There is a strong presence of evil in this place.
I was feeling that already.
Suffuses this entire room. You do not detect any fiends or undead
Or celestials
or celestials.
within 60 feet.
Correct.
60
Is that
feet.
statue glowing more than the room?
No.
That's what you asked. I didn't ask.
Yeah. I don't know if that is a spider. Would that be a fiend? I don't know. I don't know enough.
What? Did you look up as well?
Well, it depends if it's more
At
than
the
60 feet above us.
Yeah.
It's
How
only-
far up was it?
It was about 30 feet above you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it just glowed as well with the.
It glows with this pulsing blue glow like you've seen previously in the in-between.
There aren't any gaps in it where we can sort of like see through
Little
and see
legs.
flashes like we did in the crystal in the. No.
No, there are gaps in it. It's a weave. It's a crisscross of all the strands and webs. You know, as these cables open up and go back to their individual component parts. But it's so tightly woven as you get to the centre, you don't get a clear glimpse of anything within.
How high up is it?
30 feet
Yeah.
off the floor.
Did we
Can
reckon? I reckon the anchor's in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, get one of these torches
Yeah. Burn it.
and throw it up.
I've got
That's a
fireball.
So-
good idea.
You,
No, I can just-
It goes back to you should have just set it on fire like you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
right,
could
so
just
you want to
fire
throw a torch or you want to do fireball?
I could use spider climb and climb up and set fire to it.
Yeah.
You're going to be on it.
You'd be on it.
No, I'd be on the wall. Like,
No, but that is a brilliant idea for investigating it further.
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah.
Right.
You
We
can
lose
jump-
past about
the
trace.
past
We're
trace
throwing that now,
loses,
so it's
yeah.
You
fine.
can climb it, so you can jump and grab the cable and climb up without the use of spider climb if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
And using spider climb to climb the wall isn't going to get you any closer to the ball because it's sort of within the centre of the room. So
Okay.
it's still not reachable, you know, with a torch.
None of the strands go to it.
The strands go to
I
it.
think
About-
chickens
about
climb
the
the
ceiling.
strands.
Yeah, but what I
That's a
mean is,
spider.
yeah,
Can you
okay.
not set
You're going to
fire
have
to
to
the
touch
cable
the web
itself?
to get to it as well. Get
Just do that,
Oh,
set fire to the cable.
And it just falls.
And it would like do that.
What shall I do? I forgot now. I'm getting confused.
What do you want to do?
Grab a torch, set fire to the
If you
cable.
want to go
everybody
investigate it,
stand
you
back.
could turn into a spider and climb up
Yeah.
on the web itself.
Yeah, that's what I was.
We
yeah.
don't know if that's going to set something off.
You turn into a very small spider.
Yeah,
Money spider.
yeah, like a money spider or something.
Just wait here for half an hour.
Or a big
Yeah,
one,
take
and then
it.
I'll just throw you 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, if you touch it 3 times, you get an automatic lockout. So
Right, okay. I feel as though I want to wild shape into a spider anyway, so I'll do that.
okay.
I'm keeping an eye on the statue,
Okay,
Steve,
so
just
what,
in case.
what
I'm
wild
going to go
shape form do you
investigate
want to
the
take?
altar before the whole room
I
turns
don't
into
know
Yes,
what sort of
me too.
spiders there are. hang on.
Yes.
So it's
That's
giant
quite a nice
spiders.
idea, I like that.
Okay,
Steve?
yeah.
I'm going to
Steve,
go and investigate the altar stealthily just before the room turns
Yeah.
into a swirling vortex of flame.
and deaf.
Is there
Would you
stuff
roll
over here
stealth
behind the
again?
spider
Or
as well?
stealth?
I'll go up with you to keep an eye
All
on.
smash.
Yeah, just keep on the spider thing.
Where are we?
Yep.
I feel as though I might need
Roll
to
through
go
this yank me out
the
way, it
giant
starts
route in
moving.
case it turns a bit bad.
So what do you want me
As,
to roll?
as a normal
Stealth?
spider, you
Stealth? No, you're doing
Okay.
stealth anyway. So just do an
Investigation.
investigation.
Depends from investigating.
23.
Okay. There is nothing of interest here. There's no seams, there's no traps, there's no hidden drawers, there's nothing. It's a solid slab stone table.
Does it look like the lid comes off?
I was
Does it look like it could be moved?
It looks like it may be. It's not formed from part of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Whether it can be moved or not, it depends on what's attaching it to the floor, but it's not formed from the floor of the chapel.
I've got stone shape where I can manipulate stone, put like holes and stuff, so I can make a hole in it.
Yeah,
But it's only fourth level sports.
If we think there might be something inside it.
Well,
It's just odd that the statue is pointing at it, that's
Yeah.
why I was getting
Of course,
intrigued.
I can with stone shape. I can. Let me have a look.
The statue.
You touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any dimension, and form into any shape that suits your purpose. So, for example, you could shape a large
you've got
rock
detect
door.
magic again.
You could also shape a
I can
stone
do it.
door or its
Yeah, it's a
frame or
ritual,
door.
isn't it? Because it's a ritual. You can
I
use
was
that as many
thinking
times as
that
you
might
want.
be worth looking to see if it's magic.
Yeah, it's got to start.
And, while it's running, take a look at the statue.
I don't think we've got
Yeah.
10 minutes before things kick off, but give it a go.
Am I still investigating the web? Should I
What
turn into a
it-
spider?
We haven't triggered anything yet, have we?
Behind
So
you are several flashes.
We've got to do something else, I reckon.
Yeah.
From the corridor,
Mm.
several flashes go off, 3 or 4 in quick succession.
Mhm.
You also see one outside the window behind the spider statue.
Mhm. Okay.
Do something quick.
But I'm going to wild shape into a spider and climb
Is there
that
anything
thing.
else
Throw
around
me up
here
there.
that looks like it could be a dimensional anchor? Is it like vaguely anchor shaped?
That would be brilliant.
Ah.
If the dimensional anchors were actual anchors. Yeah.
Okay, as a spider, I have web sense. I know the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same web.
Within what range?
I
Mine.
don't think it actually says. It just says web sense while in contact with a web. The spider knows the application of any other creature in contact with it. Can't you with that word for word after?
So how big are you?
I'm not sure if it's be giant or normal.
Well, a giant spider is challenge rating 1, if I remember correctly, so that would be within your wild shape capabilities.
Okay. If I was to be launched, if I'm a giant spider, could he still throw me up there?
Well, we might be able to just pick you up and put you on the big strand,
Yeah.
and then you can just climb up that to get to the top.
Okay.
The strands enter through the walls
Yeah.
on the left and right hand side of
Yeah.
the chapel, so you can just climb the wall, then get on the strand,
Yeah,
and then go
touch
across
it.
to the ball. Yeah.
So I think I want to be giant spider because I imagine it has more hit points and stuff in case I get. Yeah, I'll be giant spider.
That all sure looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'll move back down to here. So
You sort of guard the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you go through a bone-crunching transformation. Legs sprouting from your sides, your body shrinks down, your neck shrinks into your shoulders, and you take on the form of a giant spider with 8 large segmented eyes and meaty looking pincers. You climb the wall, alight upon the thick strand, and make your way across to the main ball web.
Mm-hmm.
As you put your foreleg
Mhm.
upon the large ball, you get the sense that you are surrounded by thousands and thousands of tiny creatures and hundreds of medium-sized spiders throughout this whole city. But as you touch it, that sense is suddenly overwhelmed by a blinding pain. Can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
As a spider.
Yeah.
Oh, natural. Well, I've got 19. And strength, is that minus 4?
Is that? I don't know why there are
Giant
two
spider
different numbers.
can't lie.
That's what I'm like. I don't know.
I don't know
Can I
why
show
there's a
you?
number in brackets.
What are you trying to do?
I'm doing strength.
It's fine, you
saving
rolled a
throw.
natural 19.
Yeah.
Okay, that passes. However, a sudden force hits you,
Yeah.
and all of you hear this sudden audible big bass release of sonic force energy. You're thrown from the strand.
Mhm.
You don't take any damage. You hit the back wall, so you're thrown backwards
Mhm.
20 feet, and your form slides down the wall, and you're
Mhm.
prone at the floor. Now.
Mhm.
Does it make that funny
Yeah.
sound? Like,
Yes. Right. So I'm just lying there prone. Just
whereabouts?
help.
So you didn't take any damage,
I'm just-
but you are now back on the ground,
A bit
Whereabouts?
winded.
just to the right hand side.
What's that giant spider? We're surrounded. Billy's in the well.
I mean, do I still need to be a spider?
Reggie.
I think I might. I'm worried if sort of spiders are going to come in.
I'm now thinking Josh's plan at the beginning was the best one. Set everything on fire.
Yeah, burn it all. I'll stay as a spider for the moment, actually. I'm just sit there. I mean, I can't communicate. Well, no, I have to transform back, so I can't tell them, can I?
No.
So I have to wild shape back into a human.
Okay, so as you wild shape back into a human, there are a sudden increase in the number of flashes that surround this chamber. You see 6, 7, 8 go off in the corridor, although you catch no clear sight, Kingsman, of what may be causing it. It's always out of your range. It's always in the corner of your vision, like lights going off. All along the side of the walls, lights start to appear, flash heavily. Behind the spider statue, again, you're getting more flashes.
I let them know that at this point we're surrounded by a lot of spiders.
As a spider.
No, I've wild shaped back
Oh,
into
okay,
a
you've got
human.
back there. Okay.
I've got bug spray.
I mean, I have this spell called...
Repel spiders?
No, Circle of Territory. We can all fit under a dome that protects us.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
20-foot radius, a movable dome appears around you. The dome can fit you and 9 additional creatures, medium size or smaller. Any object within the dome when it is created can freely pass through it on the other there. A bar from passing through it, so I think it's like a one-way dome.
Cool.
Okay.
So I could cast that potentially from
How
going
long
to
does it last for?
8
Ever?
hours.
Oh, okay.
Should we do it in front of the altar?
So it's good for a long rest then.
Yeah.
Should we just cast that and we'll have a long rest? And get up
Do we
and
want to do
do
anything? Yeah, that's actually.
Well, I think we're
Poor
on the
Noella's sitting there going.
Yeah.
midway
Casting
through
my
battle.
mic.
Yeah, we'll just have a rest.
No,
Circle
I'm sure
of
we've got
territory.
time to do that.
No.
Wait for it all to blow over into the little dome.
Do we want? If we're going to do that, do we want to do anything before we do that? Like set it on fire?
Yeah, just wait for it to burn
That'd be a
out.
good idea.
I'm going with Josh's
Reminds me of
plans
that.
from now on.
Reminds me of that.
Yeah,
song,
and it's
Great
actually
Sacks of Fire.
until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any colour you choose, but it's transparent from the inside.
Cool.
So I'm not sure.
Get some item with that spell on it. That is cool.
It's instantaneous. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
If
I
that's
know
not
it's 10
so
minutes.
she can
So
stone shape.
during the end of that spell, I could
Yeah.
quickly
Well,
Yeah.
cast
cast
it
the
and
dome
then go
around,
underneath.
so
Yeah.
it covered the
Altar.
altar.
How big are the
Where
squares?
does the big cable go up to the ceiling?
From the doorway, immediately comes in
So
the
it comes
doorway,
like
it
that.
rises up.
So all of this is free.
Yes.
So if you cast that over here, you could enclose the table as well as us, and exclude the dodgy-looking statue of the spider lady.
Statue.
Yeah, and spells and other magical effects are unable to extend through the dome or be cast through it.
But we could then investigate, try moving that around, and try the stone shape thing on it.
Are we calling Kingsman back?
If you want to.
Kingsman, get over here. Something like that.
Seeing some
Circle Territory is a
Seems like
ritual spell,
flashing
so it takes me
lights.
10 minutes to
Oh.
imagine to cast it.
Yeah.
Shall I start now? Is already 10 minutes not enough?
Probably not. I think if something's going to happen, it's going to happen within the next 10 minutes.
You don't have to cast it as a ritual. You just can.
No.
Does it
Ah.
have to cast it as a ritual?
Yes.
Or you could all sit around me while I cast it.
Well,
I'll build a campfire.
well, if she's going to do
Roast
a
some
ritual, Maylor could cast Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? It's very dark in here. I'm thinking that these things, whatever they are, don't like the light very much. And we're in a room with lots of torches.
But it's
I'm
very
presumably
bright.
wooden.
Yeah,
Set
maybe,
it
Oh,
on
it's
that,
very
fire.
bright in here, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that thing.
Set it
Okay.
on fire.
maybe that's why we're not coming in yet.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I don't know.
I'm
We
going to
could
assume
make a fire.
stance.
We could make a fire underneath the ball, so if anything drops out, they're going to fall. It's going to fall straight on the fire.
Yeah, I just got a feeling nothing's going to come out of it. There's just stuff going to come in the room.
Yeah. Have I got enough time to cast this 10 minutes, or is that too long?
I think it's too long.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fireball at the...
Oh God.
I'll get out of the way.
Is that Maylor having a nap at the moment?
No, that's you, Novella.
Oh, is
You're
it?
prone at the
I'm
moment.
prone at the minute.
No, you're not.
Oh, she's going
Transform.
What about if the
I transform.
spiders
I'm
are
back.
using the anchor to draw power out rather than putting something in?
Oh, I
It
can
might be
speak
how
with
they're
animals.
powered, sort of thing.
Can I speak with them in the egg sac?
Sorry?
I can speak with animals,
You
the
wanna-
little
you wanna speak to the
spiders
big
in the
sac?
egg sac. If they're there.
I don't know if there are any in there, are there? I mean, Because Steve just
Oh,
said
yeah, I
it
sensed it
looked
from the
like
outside,
a
wasn't it?
exec. He didn't say it like it was,
Ah.
but I mean it might be. I don't know.
There's no spiders here, so yeah, so there's no point.
When they come busting in through the window, you could try it.
She's like, hey.
It's just if they're like magical based, they
Might not be creatures.
they won't be like creatures that you talk to.
See, I'm going to investigate the Spider Woman's statue
Yeah.
without touching it,
Yeah.
and look to see if I can see any marks of craftsmanship on it. Like, has it actually been crafted?
Okay.
Actually,
Or is
probably
the level of
Kingsman's a
detail
good one to check
incredibly
that out, isn't
fine?
it?
So-
Make me a check with disadvantage if you're not going to touch it.
I'm not going to touch it. Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's 16.
You don't know.
No.
Do you know what? I've got stone coming, so whenever I make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you'll consider proficient in history skill and double proficiency bonus to the checks. Is it worth me having a look?
Definitely.
Yeah,
See,
but
but
again,
in
if you're not
it's
going to touch
stonework.
it, you would also get disadvantage.
Touch it. I'm going to touch it.
Touch it.
Well, why not? Yeah, I can give it a run.
Okay.
Get out of the way.
Because why not?
Make a roll from me then, please.
She sees me sort of pussyfooting around.
Yeah.
Saying, just,
I've rolled an
that's
18.
good.
What do you want me to add to it? Or take
Oh,
it away?
Double your proficiency.
History? No. Yeah, history.
Yeah, history.
Where's my history proficiency? Is it
It's
there?
about 7 down from the top.
Churchway has no doors.
Oh no, yeah, it's in there.
Doors
Sorry.
smashed in.
Have I got to double it even if it's a minus number?
Well, it makes it worse.
And yeah, you get to double it, and then you
So
get
it's
divided by
18. It would
0.
have been -1, but yeah.
Okay, you realise that this isn't natural stonework. It is indeed something else entirely. As you make that realisation, there is a magical flash, and the stone changes to not flesh
Statue.
as such, but chitinous armour.
What?
Chitinous.
Okay.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Defer.
You are. Make me strength saving throw, please.
Oh god.
16.
You just manage to avoid taking the damage as you're thrown bodily 20 feet backwards, landing prone just in front of the pews.
Okay, right, over here.
Yeah.
Next to me.
That's it. And as the female spider creature, whatever it may be, suddenly takes on this chitinous flesh appearance, it leaps bodily into the air and attacks you.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to move it?
Yes, please.
How big is it? Is it still the same size?
Yep.
How big
So
is it?
It jumped
it's
over
about
us.
10 foot across.
It jumped out of shot.
So it jumped over Lobo and
Got too much shadow.
Noella and
Mm-hmm.
Sim, and plunges down with both forelegs into the prone form of Agatha, hitting for 27
Damn it.
and 27.
Yes, both hits.
I missed something.
No,
She touched the spider.
It's all fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Take
Someone-
27 points of damage with the first,
Can someone set something on fire, please?
Yeah, we're all
Set a
dead.
lot of stuff on.
and 12 points of damage with the second.
27 and 12.
Yeah. So
Okay.
39 in total. And it's initiative.
Steve, is he within 5 feet of me?
Yeah.
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 Going to
Because of the
sentinel attack then.
There's no attack of opportunity. This has all happened as a surprise round.
Is it? Does that count?
Yeah,
I mean, it
because
just
we're not
says
in-
when
we
a
were not
creature
in
within
combat.
5 feet of you makes an
were
attack
not-
against an enemy.
Yeah, but you were not in combat, so Sentinel
Okay.
and feats and stuff like that don't apply until we're in combat. That was a surprise round.
Surprise!
Well, I wasn't surprised.
I wasn't
I don't
overly
think
surprised.
I think the only person who was that.
Sarah wasn't.
Okay, Jeff.
14.
Sim.
22.
Kingsman.
2.
Mabel.
400, no, 4.
Noella.
And 4.
And Agatha.
18.
Sim, you're up first.
How far away is it from me?
All of a sudden
On
you're
the map.
standing on the altar.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, did you do that on purpose, right?
So yeah, within 5 foot step, if you step forward, the size of the creature is accurate.
Big.
Uh,
Got a big boot.
I step up and sneak attack.
Sneak attack because
Sorry, was
About
it?
there? Ish.
Because it.
'Cause I said so.
Another enemy of the target within 5 feet of it. Oh, yeah, I got that.
That's up, I'm run out of juice already.
I don't like it. Why are you changing dice?
No reason.
Special
Yeah,
dice.
hold on, this sounds not good.
Special stuff. Brilliant.
Yeah, have you seen that Kickstarter with the guy that creates the 20
With
sided
the-
dice
with
that
the-
always rolls a 20?
They're just going in 2020s.
No, I haven't seen that at all.
Weighted dice.
This is really dodge.
It's
I've
got to
never
be new
ever
dice or
known
something.
you to change dice.
No,
Going
no,
into a fight.
I'm just getting my D6s out.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing
In
out
anticipation of the big damage.
What? I've got to roll 5d6.
What type
You
of
ain't eat yet.
No, but
I like the
It's-
confidence.
I like the confidence, yeah.
EMA.
you want me to roll with an attack and then have to get the dice out? That'd be really annoying.
Is there any animals spiders don't necessarily like? Because I can conjure animals.
humans?
Big slippers.
What sort of creature is this? Would Agatha know?
You can make a history check if you want.
Wow, 20! Yay!
13!
Isn't this?
Oh, surprise. As a bonus action, then, I.
Disengage.
No, I'm going to distract the spider from attacking Agatha
Thank you.
Yay.
Okay.
using help.
Okay.
So you get disadvantage on the next attack.
Okay. Right.
11,
Didn't
by the
mean to
way.
do that.
I rolled.
Does it count as her attacking this creepy thing?
Sorry.
I'm helping her attack.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what that imposes disadvantage on the.
On the
Yeah.
on my go, if I'm attacking her,
Well, no, if she's attacking.
if I'm attacking
Yeah,
Agatha,
yeah.
yeah.
I've just,
only
I've just,
if I'm
I've missed
attacking.
completely.
yeah, okay, I'll allow it. She's not going to attack this round anyway.
No, because
Right.
she's going to get
So
up.
it's my go.
Yeah.
Can everybody apart from Kingsman make me wisdom saving throws, please?
Not very clever.
16.
18.
9.
21.
Okay, so Noella
Mhm.
and Sim, you feel this force try and engulf you,
Mhm.
and you almost like feel cobwebs brush through your hair and face, but they pass. They pass through. You manage to sort of fortify your minds enough to shrug it off. Lobo, Maylor, and Agatha, however, you don't. You feel cotton-headed. You feel confined and almost not agoraphobic, but God's sake.
Claustrophobic?
Restricted?
You feel claustrophobic, confined almost. So you're now under the effects of the slow spell, which means you can only take an action or a bonus action, not both, and your speed is halved. And you can't use reactions. The spider creature will move backwards, please, to the centre of the room so that she is underneath the web.
Like
30
there?
feet, so roughly in the centre of the room. 5 feet further back, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. And that's my turn over. And next up it's Agatha.
This is me, so I'm going to stand up. And is that it? That's all I can do.
That's pretty much it, yeah. Yeah. Standing up from prone would take half your movement, so that is it for you. You have an action or a bonus action.
So what I can do, if I can't move over to her, it's not really what I can do. I can throw something at her.
Cast a spell.
I could. Let's see what happens if it casts as a bonus spell, bonus action spell.
Or an action. So you can just do one or the other. You can do action or bonus.
My standing up, was that not an action?
No, that's a
That's my
movement.
movement. Okay.
You can do an action or a bonus action.
Okay. Can I cast Bless?
You can.
To 3 creatures of your choice within range.
30 feet, I think it is. Which would be everybody have the option, apart from Kingsman. So it's up to you to choose 3 other people. So 3 of the 4 that surround, well, you and 2 others, I guess.
Yeah. So I won't cast it on me. I'll cast it on. Actually, I will. I'll cast it on these 3 here.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
Okay, so Sim, yourself, and Noella.
Yeah.
Right, you're all blessed.
What does Bless do against
So
advantage?
Bless. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number of the attack roll or saving
Oh,
throw.
brilliant. Okay.
So if you have to make another saving throw, then you add a d4 to it.
Wicked. Excellent.
So there you go. There's your funky blessed D4s.
Ooh, very pretty.
Funky.
Oh, yeah.
All the way from London.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
that's
see it,
lovely.
Jeff from Forbidden Planet.
No, it was that other place.
Birdie.
Not Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, Orc's Nest.
Orc's Nest.
The non-forbidden planet.
Yeah.
The walking planet.
Not that far from Forbidden Planet.
Okay, so that's your turn over. Next up we have Lobo.
I will just rage and then half move.
Yeah.
Is it 5 squares?
You're
5 foot squares, sorry.
5 foot squares, yeah.
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 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
How far away from me is she? 10?
It's 10, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can change.
I can't because
It's
it's
either a
only
bonus action or
or
an action. A bonus action rage.
Oh, okay.
That's your turn
Because I
over.
figured it was better to power
sorry,
up rather
I
than.
need to
yeah,
go
and
back
also
to you.
move
You
in
need
front
to
of
make me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh,
To see
okay.
if you break the slow spell.
Oh, okay.
You get to roll your wisdom
So every
saving throw
time.
at the end of your turn.
Okay, so I rolled 9 minus
And a
1, 8.
D4.
Okay. So
Same
Oh,
for
and a
me,
D,
Steve.
and a D4
you wouldn't be
as
able to
well.
pass with a D4.
Okay, fine.
So too late.
Same for me.
And same for you.
Yeah, no. Plus.
So you're still slowed. Okay, so next up, Noella.
Could I cast Entangle on the spider thing?
Oh, bit of the old taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
So it's a strength saving throw of
How do you
15.
like them apples?
What spell is it?
Concentration.
No. What
Oh,
does
90
Entangle
foot.
do?
Sorry.
What type of spell?
What does it do?
Oh,
It's a
Isn't it the 20?
Conjuration.
Conjuration, and it's 90 foot by 20 foot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
What
huge.
do you make appear? Is it webs?
I think it's no grasping weeds and vines sprout from
Okay.
the ground in a 20
Right.
foot square.
Thank you.
Nice.
So spider enemies are birds, toads, lizards, and monkeys.
I was tempted to transform into a lizard.
Monkeys?
Just feeling, or conjuring a lizard.
What did I need to pass?
I think it was a strength of 15.
Okay, so you cast a spell,
Mhm.
and the vines and weeds appear through cracks in the floor and try and entangle
Mhm.
the form of the female spider
Mhm.
hybrid.
And some wasps,
But
other
she managed to kick it away. You also notice that as the things approach her,
Mhm.
they sort of wither and die off,
Oh.
almost as if she weakened the spell somehow, which
Mhm.
was able she was able to then brush off the effects of it so easily.
Can I bonus action disengage? Like,
You
Well,
are
not-
slowed.
you're not
within
range anyway.
oh,
And you
of
can't,
course
you
I
can't
can
do
close up
action
and
and
So you can move. You can move your full speed. You're not slowed.
Okay, I'll move
Oh,
30 feet back then. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
Yep.
back it.
Okay, that's your go over. So Malon.
I would like to cast
Fireball.
Shatter
Burn it.
right behind the creature there, within a 10-foot radius. So it's just hitting the creature.
Can't you cast it directly on it?
Yeah,
Because she's massive.
She's 10 foot.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if I would get low, but that's why I wanted to
Oh
put
no,
it slightly
I'm
behind
like 10
her,
foot
but-
away
So
from
what volume
her.
does it take?
The centre.
It's a 10-foot radius.
Okay, so if you want to, you can check it because the ranger is.
Oh yeah, good point.
Okay, so if you put that over the top of the mini,
Put it
you'll be able to see where the 10 foot goes.
The Ranger of the North.
Okay.
Okay, so if you cast it directly on her, you find it won't hit low bow anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fine. I will then cast it, and it's a con saving throw of 15.
Okay, so again, you cast a spell, and there's a loud sonic boom emanating from within her body, in fact. But as it appears, quickly as it appears, it reduces in volume and in intensity to a point where it's not had the desired effect, it's not had its full effect. It extends beyond her just and hits the edge of the pews, but you have had, from having experience of cast a spell before, when you've been learning it and training in the use of it, it's definitely weakened the intensity. So there's something about her that is deadening your magic. So she passed the saving throws at half damage.
Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. Well, that was a third level, or second level shatter. So did you say what? They half damage for that?
Well, it should say in the description. I
Does
believe
it
it's
say
half
that
damage.
if they pass the saving throw, it's half damage? Or does
Yes.
it just say no damage?
Second level would be
Must be
half
something.
damage.
Yeah, half as much damage on a successful
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
So 3d8. 2, and 8. So that is 4 plus 8, 12 points. So half 6.
6. Okay. So you see a wound appear on her body. Not massive by any means, but she at least is capable of taking damage.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Okay. Next up is Kingsman.
I'll move over behind one of these pews
And hide.
Hide.
to get partial cover, and then cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at 4th level.
Right. Rotate it for me then, please.
No. I got a 2, so 10.
Okay, so you make the familiar gestures of your guiding bolt spell, and you raise your hand, issue forth this beam of bright light that increases the intensity of light in this chapel beyond what it is currently. It streaks past her shoulder again. You see, almost deflected away by whatever field she has surrounding her. It barely misses Kingsman, and then shatters against the wall at the back of the room. Lobo. Yeah. Sorry.
Watch it!
Okay, you're
Watch your
right.
fire!
Top of the round. Sim, you are.
Learn how to duck, laddie.
I am going...
Maylor, can you make me your wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah, sure. And that one.
Okay.
I'm going to hold my attack until Lobo's attack.
Plus 1.
Okay.
2.
I was going to say, can I use a bonus action, a spell at the same time? What was our rules on
Right. So
spell as an action
so
and spell as a bonus action?
when you're doing your spells, providing the accumulative level of the spell, of the bonus action spell and the normal action spell is 5 or less, you can cast both. So Guiding Bolt, it's at 4th level you did it?
Yes.
Okay, so you can cast Spiritual Weapon because that's only a 1st level spell,
Yep.
and is a bonus action, so that's fine.
Okay. Yes.
So if you want to do use bonus action to do.
Do I do it now
spiritual-
or shall I wait till next
No,
week?
no, it's fine. You can do it now.
Then I'll put that behind
Yeah.
her.
So roll your attack then.
The
pyramid shape,
it has the same. No, same thing. So 15 plus 8.
Is a hit.
This bit.
Roll your damage.
So we need
I'll pull this way, I'll pull that way.
spell casting,
My own
modifier.
Oh, pull down, so it's best.
So 5,
That's saying something.
Yep.
9. 9 points damage.
Okay, so you summon your hammer. It appears in the space between her head and the ball of web above her, and strikes down, cleaving her on the shoulder
I'll
for
whack a spider.
9 damage.
Ba-donk.
Okay.
Does that look like it's had full effect?
Yes,
Like in comparison with the
it
other?
did.
Aim for the head.
Sim,
Oh.
you're up.
I'm
You're
going to
waiting.
hold my action.
Sorry.
Attack.
Deja vu.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Okay, the creature steps forward, grinning, almost as if you are ineffectual in trying to defend against her. And she steps up to you, Lobo, and makes 2 attacks. That is a 29.
Oh no, that misses.
And a 15.
Oh, the second one misses.
Second one does miss.
Yeah.
So she rears up on her hind legs, bringing forth 2 stabbing forelegs, one connecting one that you just managed to dodge out of the way. And you take 16 points of damage, halved to 8. And that is her go over, and it's Agatha's turn.
I'm going to
Come on, Agatha,
going in there. I'm still slowed though, aren't I? So I'm going to go up there and I'm going to attack her with my Sunblade axe.
Yep. So you get to move 3 spaces.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Is that right?
Yep. So roll to hit for me, please.
So.
Oh shit, Steve! I forgot to do the same throw.
You haven't been yet.
Oh no, I've been there. Oh no, you attack me. I'm back in time.
19.
19 is a hit.
Yes. Great. Hooray. So it is 1d. So it's 13 radiant.
Okay, so you pull your axe and you utter the magic phrase to make the crescent-shaped sphere light appear in front of you, and you strike down, cleaving for, what was it, 13 damage?
Yes.
What's the magic phrase, Agatha?
Abracadabra. Alakazam. Take that spider.
Because you
So I
can.
can eat my hand.
Yeah, just because I can.
You get your second. So I'm going to get moaned at now. But
Do I get my
it
second
says
attack?
it says you take either an action or a bonus action.
But my action
Because
is
your action is
2
2 attacks, I will allow you to take 2 attacks.
Hooray! Do I get to use this on my second attack as well? I guess I do then, so I have less.
Yep.
Cool. No, it's not going to hit you. Probably 15.
Missed. So you strike with your second attack, but you miss, hitting the floor in front of her and carving a charred mark across the
It's
flagstone.
quite dazzling, my axe, so it's easy to just not be able to see what I'm trying to chop.
Charred.
That's your go
Oh,
over.
do I need to roll my saving
You
throw?
need to roll your saving throw. Don't forget your D4.
I didn't forget it. 10.
Okay, you're still slowed. Lobo, you're up.
Oh, Steve.
Your battery's running low.
Hey, I'll turn the electricity on.
Did you put money in the meter?
Did you
Yeah,
turn it
I
on?
into the wall and didn't turn the switch on.
Oh.
Yes.
Again.
Welcome to the 20th century.
21st, Steve. Where were
Right, so I'm still slowed.
You're still slowed, and it's Lobo's turn
When do they make saving throw? Can you do it first?
at the end of your turn.
we? Right, I shall take my attack action.
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 attacks.
Yeah, 2 attacks. Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Do you want me to roll the second attack as well, or
Yes.
do the damage? And I know we normally do attack.
Just do
damage.
attack. You're attacking.
Agatha. No, I'm
I
attacking.
forget, what's it called?
The spider.
Brutal attack or something. What's
Yes,
it?
reckless attack,
Reckless attack.
yes.
That's it. Yeah.
And 27
Is it?
is. Don't forget to add the 3 on. So that's really shit. That's 11 and 16 damage.
11 and 27 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
Until we haven't played for a while, I can't do maths. Can't spell calculator either, so it's going to be interesting. Calculator.
No, calculator.
Shall I roll my saving throw?
Yes, please.
Oh, fucking hell, 6.
Okay,
My attack.
your attack.
1, 2, 3. If I climb up on there, I can still attack.
Yes.
Yes. That takes 2. So that's 5. 25.
Okay.
So far.
That's a very high pew. 5.
You can reach your ears from there.
I'm assuming it's high enough that it does slow me down.
It doesn't slow you down.
Okay, in that case that's 4. 20 feet there.
It's just a step up.
Okay.
So with a normal move, you can do like a five thing.
I was trying to get
It's
the
fine.
17, 26.
Is a hit.
Right.
Roll them dice, Pete. Roll them
Come on.
dice.
Oh, that's pretty crap.
That's the most ones I've ever seen.
No, it's not really. It's not that bad.
23.
Yeah, nice damage.
Respectable.
Okay, so you saunter over and you jauntily jump up onto the pew, one leg on the seating area, one leg on the back, almost if you're posing for the Grattan catalogue. You strike down with your short sword, doing 23 damage.
Yeah.
Stabby.
I then disengage as a bonus action and move further away.
Okay.
I don't think you needed to do that. I think she's going to keep attacking me.
Wow.
Next up, Noella.
Did you have the... no, you passed yours,
can-
so Freddie.
I
I think
summon
they're not 19.
8 giant lizards, please, for conjure animals.
8 giant lizards. Brilliant.
I can, so it says
This
8 beasts of challenge rating,
Can you not get 8
of
giant
1,
cats?
4
Because
or
my cat eats
lower.
spiders.
So I could do 8 giant lizards.
8 giant lizards, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so Komodo dragon lizards or like
Yeah,
Did I just do one giant
Lizard
one, like a
menagerie.
dragon?
an 8-side?
Yeah.
I could
Could
do,
one of these like eat the spider and have
yeah.
just like...
What do you say? I could do a giant constrictor snake, but I think 8 lizards is more fun. 8 giant lizards.
Small things to keep track of.
We could fit them in, they'll be on the pews and
If
everything.
you did a snake though, then we've got the 2 bases of the most common things to be scared of covered. So anyone watching this who's scared of spiders and snakes,
It's-
How giant is
it's a trick.
giant? Can they reach the ball of
I don't
doom?
know.
No, they look like.
It
They're
says
going to be
they can be originally used as a draft level.
They can be
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
Komodo dragon.
probably
Right.
about
Could you have
6
got
foot long.
giraffes?
There you go. Thank you, internet.
Thank you.
Are they actually lizards?
No, they're not actually.
Oh.
No, I could probably spend 10 minutes and find you actual lizards, but you can
Shall I just
use
put in-
those.
I have some beauty.
Array them at your leisure.
Surround it.
What's the range?
So I'm going to use bite.
No,
What?
what's the range of the spell?
Oh, range is it's good
Caught me
range.
there for a second.
Can I take a each?
The range.
London
Sounds
range.
like
Danny
60
Dyer for a
feet.
split second.
Okay, so
You've got to
you,
use
you
boy.
can put the 8 around her.
Can each
Okay,
one take
array
out a
them.
leg?
Yes, I'm a little bit of bite at the same time,
Oh, 8.
if I can.
That's genius.
I'm gonna become a bit of a dictator now. They're your responsibility to keep going, right?
Yeah, do not forget.
If you forget, I'm not going backwards, so you get another chance.
Right,
I
I'm
think
going to use
that's
the
fair.
belt.
So you got to roll their initiative.
Oh my god.
So it's
Oh
not like
my
it's not like
gosh.
spiritual weapon where it just goes on your turn.
Okay,
It's
I've got
not-
These
to do the
creatures
different
now
colours.
are
Where's
no,
one?
these
No,
creatures
but
are
I
some
think
creatures.
you
They have their
grouped
own
them all
initiative.
together.
Yeah,
or-
one for the group of them, or
Yes, one for
each?
the group.
Okay, I mean, this one here, you can be one.
One- it's only
two,
one
three.
initiative.
You just need one initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
Roll
that's
it,
alright.
yeah.
Oh god, that's like.
Not
Yeah.
8 initiatives.
God, I was
Yeah.
about to say I need to make pen and paper.
I could do that just to be horrible, but I won't. You can have one initiative, and then you can feel what it likes to be on
14.
this side of the shield.
Oh no, 14 plus 2, 16.
Do they have their own? Oh, no.
I don't think I'm
Do,
breaking
Nice.
do they get their own initiative plussing?
Yeah.
If they are.
Then me. That's what I do.
I don't think you get
Okay,
the plus.
right. So Liz goes on 16. Next round. Do you want to do anything else?
Oh, can I hide, please, behind the water?
You can.
Bonus action hide, thank you.
Yep. Roll a stealth check for me. then,
Oh,
please.
still. Go back to my.
Right. So you've lost pass without a trace now.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh.
the summon is a concentration spell, isn't it?
5 plus 2, 7. So I'm not very
Okay.
stealthy, but.
Right. Maynor, you're up.
I would like to cast Toll the Dead on the big creature.
Yeah.
And it's a
Wisdom
wisdom of
saving
15 or higher or lower.
Nat 20.
Okay.
15 or higher or lower?
Okay, so the bell sounds, and again, you get the impression that whatever she has within her is deadening your magic. So the bell, the spectral bell that rings, slowly dissipates harmlessly. Anything else you want to do?
Spell magic.
Anything else you want to do?
I
Well,
don't.
in fact, you can only move half your speed because you're still
Yeah.
slowed at this point.
I don't have any extra ability, so I will just chill.
Right, make your save for me then, please. See if
Okay.
you shrug off the effects of the spell.
So that is a wisdom, 14 in total.
Okay, so you're still slowed.
Okay.
And Kingsman, you're up.
I'll use the spiritual hammer first to see if it hits.
Yep.
No, 12.
Okay, that misses. So it swipes down, but this time she manages to duck out of the way, expecting it to strike almost.
And this time I will summon a flame strike. At fifth
Okay.
level.
Okay, so
Get
what
serious.
area does that engulf?
So it is a 10-foot radius
Okay,
directly on her, so it should engulf all of her.
yes.
It's a column.
Yes.
10-foot radius.
But you're going to burn my eyebrows off, aren't you?
gonna
No,
try.
sorry. She's 10 foot in diameter. 10 foot radius would be 20 foot diameter, so it's going to go 5 feet beyond her,
Oh,
meaning
God.
it will hit Agatha, Lobo, and the 8 Lizzies.
Can I position it?
Back it off a
So
little
back,
bit.
yeah.
After I've conjured
You
all my
can,
lizards.
You
been
can,
wiped out
so that the
and-
2 Lizzies at the front won't get hit, but even bringing it back a little bit, he's going to hit. Well, you could bring it back and only get half of her, so that the 4 Lizzies at the back don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that.
I'm trying to avoid hitting sort of Lobo and Agatha. Really.
Okay,
Thank
so you
you.
drag it back so it engulfs half of her, and we'll say that the 4 Lizzies at the back get it as well. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I'm gonna hit it
you haven't
first.
got a roll to hit, have you? Flame strike.
Yeah. Well, it
No, it's
doesn't say that. It's-
Dexterity saving.
Yeah.
What is this?
Even
Is this
better.
like a ball of flame or
So
something?
your lizards will take
It's a
dexterity
column of
saving
flame from the
They're going to
heavens.
be
Will
dead.
it,
So
will it
4
not
of them
take out
have to take
the
dexterity
cords?
saving.
The
Oh, my
red
lizards have to take dexterity
cords
saving
Yeah,
as
so
well.
you'll have to
Is
throw
that
them
not
all.
going
It's
right up
made
the
of
middle?
flame and radiant
That's
fire.
not, it's not bad.
So dexterity saving throw for the 4 Lizzies, please.
Just one
Just
throw.
one.
Yeah. 16.
Oh, that's a good one. 16 plus
Jeez, God.
17.
I passed. Got a natural.
Is it? I've got 17.
You got 17?
Yeah.
You passed as well, so it's half damage, yeah?
Yes, half damage.
Okay.
So it's.
46 flame.
So it's 11.
Oh.
So it's 13 fire damage. I'll make that
Keep rolling,
13. Fire. 4, 9, 10, 11 radiant damage.
13 plus 11, 24.
Yep,
So-
in total. 20 damage in
Good
total.
damage though.
12 damage.
So 12 damage for
Oh.
the 4 Lizzies.
Oh, that's alright, they're still alive.
How many hit points do they have?
So I have hit points of 19, so 4 of them have got
7 left.
7 left, so they're hanging in there.
Okay.
They can all bite together.
Are they racial enemies?
I don't know. I hope.
Does it have them?
Does it have anything like that anymore? I don't know.
What, against a spider?
Sometimes, like in the old days, I don't know if it's in the new one, but you like had creatures that were racial enemies with other creatures, and they
Okay.
got bonuses and stuff.
Okay. So I think spiders are weak to lizards. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Okay. So a column of fire and light appears from beneath the floor and rises above the spider creature and splashes down and dissipates outwards. She definitely took some damage, but she does shrug off below it. So Kingsman's go over. Sim, you are up.
I'm gonna dance in, stand her and dance away again.
Okay.
Is it a particular dance that you're like Charleston? Or?
No, that MC Hammer thing, very good.
I'm gonna miss.
With
The
that-
1.
Okay. So roll a second attack for me, please.
I'm gonna hit 11, 20.
Right, sorry, I didn't say a number. So 1, 2, 3 is a Lobo, and 4, 5, 6 is Liz number 1. So that's a 3. So does 20 armor class hit you? No, roll damage then, please.
Isn't it going to be a sneak attack?
I won't be that cruel.
15. So I guess that's half.
Yeah. So
Oops.
half to 7.
I won't dance next time. I disengage and I pirouette backwards.
Okay.
Give him a dirty look.
I'm just going to dance away.
Right. This time,
So like it's being flashed.
She attacks you, Jeff,
Yeah,
with
don't
one
forget it's,
foreleg. It's with
advantage.
advantage. Yeah. That's 29 to hit.
Oh, it doesn't hit, Steve.
What a bunch of crap. 18 points of damage, halved to 9. And the second attack, she slams her foreleg down onto the pew, Pete, that you are stood upon at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Why is he
please.
attacking me when I'm so helpful?
I'm going to launch you.
Yeah. Catapult.
Surely she thought that he was protecting her.
18.
Okay, so you manage to step off to the side just as she slams her foot down to prevent you from being catapulted into the air. Liz, however, goes flying off to the other side of the room.
Which one?
The one that was near
Liz
Pete.
number 1.
This one?
Yeah.
Or
So
down
the
there?
other way. She goes flying over the spider's head to the other side of the room.
Oh, I don't know where I'm.
She took a funny trajectory.
It's like a motion.
She then raises her hand into the air and utters some guttural language, and the blue glow from above pulses with intensity and stays there, and you start to feel this hum from all around you. Okay, and it's Agatha's turn.
Don't like it.
Set on fire, Josh, quick.
I'm still going to go back in with my battle axe again,
Yep.
if I may. So that is, does a 12 hit?
No, 12 misses. So you strike down again, scoring another line in the floor to make a
Okay.
second attack.
Got 17.
17 just hits.
Okay, so it is.
So on the backstroke, you just managed to clip her foreleg.
What are you rolling?
Huh?
What did you roll?
What did I roll? I rolled a. What did I say it was? I rolled
17.
16 plus 1. Oh yeah, plus 9, sorry.
Yeah, you should
That's
be adding
absolute
stuff to it.
rubbish,
You're
yeah.
looking in the wrong bit, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Idiot. Yeah, well it hits anyway, so it's D8 plus 5 for 10 points damage.
10 damage. Okie dokie. So you strike true on the foreleg that time, scoring a nice line of damage. Lobo, you're up.
I think
Do I
it's
roll?
Liz.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Liz.
I was going to say
Yeah.
it's Lizzie's.
So I do my saving throw again then?
Yes, you do.
Okay, that is 8.
Liz, you're up.
And my lizard's blessed as well.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
you got. I want names for them.
Oh, good grief.
The only one I'm going.
Lizzie 1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5.
Liz Hurley.
Yeah.
Queen
Elizabeth
Liz.
Taylor.
Liz Taylor.
Elizabeth first.
Elizabeth second.
Yeah. So I've got Liz Taylor. Oh, who's the one Aerosmith's daughter? She Liz?
Yeah, Liz Tyler.
Liv.
Tyler.
Liv. Liz
Tyler.
Tyler. There we go.
Oh, Reverend Lizzie.
Yeah, Reverend Lizzie. And one more left, have we now?
Lizzo.
Lizzo. There we
There
go.
we go. Right, done.
From that alternate version of Greece.
Right, okay, so I'm biting. And it's oh, 19 plus 4.
Is a hit.
Is a
So
hit.
roll the rest of the 7 attacks.
Oh,
And then
God.
we'll go.
Oh,
with the
man.
D8 plus 2.
Well, there's
No.
one that's been flown off, so
Right,
it's
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, second.
So roll all your attacks first. So we've got 1 hit.
So we've
Can
got
this
1
one
hit.
It can do, yeah.
So D8 wasn't a D8.
No,
one.
roll all your attacks first.
Oh, initial.
Yes, roll all your
Liz, you got
attacks.
1.
1.
There's
One hit.
absolutely no way you're going to kill this thing with 8 lizards. So just do all your attacks first.
That's a 2, so that didn't hit.
Right, so that's
1.
Oh, what, that one? Oh, good grief.
okay.
Oh, and 9 plus 4.
Missed.
Miss. 15 plus 4.
It's a hit. So that's 2
It's
hits.
2. 16 plus 4.
Hit. 3 hits.
3 hits. Okay, are we done?
No.
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 You got 2 more
That's
attacks.
someone else's contract. 7 plus 4.
Missed.
Missed. 6 plus 4.
Missed. Right, that's it.
That's
so
it.
you got 3
Keep
three
going.
hits. 3 lots
3
of
hits.
damage to do.
So it's 1d8 plus 2. So that's 2 plus 2 is 4 damage.
Yeah.
2 plus 2, 4 damage.
Yeah.
That's 8. Then 3 plus 2 is 5 damage.
Okay.
So that's 10.
Okay, so the 3 lizards that hit manage to chomp down on the creature's legs.
13.
She shakes them off in annoyance.
Oh yeah, 4, 4
And you
5,
notice that there has been no damage taken at all.
Ooh. What?
Didn't even notice.
anything Lobo?
Anything like
Anything Lobo?
Yeah, I'll attack again. There's a natural 20 here.
Natural 20 hits.
And that's going to annoy you because now we've got to work out the brutal critical
Well,
and
brutal critical,
bollocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And does 21 hit?
21 hits. So roll the damage for your non-crit first.
Non-crit damage is 20, believe it or not. It's maximum normal damage.
Excellent. Right, so now roll the dice for the crit.
So that is 2 plus 10, 12.
No. So 2.
Oh, right,
Double
okay.
to 4.
Yep.
Now roll 2 more of those dice for brutal critical.
7
So that's 11.
plus 5
Is 16 plus
plus 10.
26.
What was that total?
46 damage.
Whoa.
Okay, so you, in a rage-fueled episode, managed to thrust down with your chain, striking true from above, and then whipping it up from below, you manage to catch some tender spot underneath that actually tears part of the creature apart. You see, gore and blood spill all over the floor, and you see you've inflicted some real damage now. She's looking pretty
Right to a tender
pretty
spot.
tired. Right to a tender spot, yeah.
I'll roll a saving throw.
Roll a saving throw.
19.
Feeling really pleased with yourself that you managed to do some sensible damage. You managed to shrug off this sort of lethargy and claustrophobia that's been surrounding you. You are now not under the effects of the slow spell.
That was just like when I used to get pissed all the time.
Noella.
My turn again.
Yep.
Oh.
It was Lizzie's that had their turn.
Oh, I didn't realise. I thought they. Oh, that's good.
That was right, they had their own initiative.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. So I am going to. Can I do? No, it's concentration. It's concentration. I might actually come out of hiding if I was hidden to begin with. I might dash up and use my scimitar.
Okay. So your speed is 30, yeah?
Yeah.
You need to get there. You need to vault over the altar.
Yeah.
So make me a dexterity check to vault over, please. Acrobatics check.
17 for dexterity.
That's fine. So you managed to parkour over the altar. That'll only cost you 5 feet of movement. So
Okay.
you've got enough speed to be able to get into the space next to where Agatha's standing and attack with your scimitar. If you
Okay.
want to move yourself up, please.
Steve, I'm really sorry. I should have rolled an extra next to Agatha as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get 3.
I've got brutal critical and the racial version of
Okay.
it.
Right. Roll the
Don't
dice.
No, don't.
Okay.
It's my fault. I should have remembered it.
That's
It's
a
only because the level behind it.
14 to hit.
A 14 misses. So you rush up, you strike down with your scimitar, but unfortunately just glances off her armour. So next up is Maylor.
I would like to firebolt her.
Roll to hit for me, please.
Fireball,
17 plus 7.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's 2d10. Now that's an
Go Maylor.
8. So 9 and. Everywhere. And 9 and an 8, so
17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you finish casting the incantation. A bolt of energy in the shape of a small firebolt issues forth from your hand, striking her true in the chest, which she takes.
He's
And
determined to set something on fire today, isn't he?
I'm a fire
she's
starter.
looking pretty injured.
No bonus action either.
No
oh,
bonus
and
action.
the saving throw.
Saving throw.
So that is a 15. No, sorry, 14 wisdom.
Failed.
Okay.
You are still affected by the slow spell. Next up, Kingsman.
You say she's looking pretty haggard. Okay,
She was
so
no Monet to start off with, but you know.
hammer time first. Natural 19 plus 8.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
That's 1d8. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. And then I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Yep.
And that is natural 19 again.
That's
Plus
a
8.
hit. Roll your damage.
And 46.
Awesome.
11. 16, 17 damage
Nice
as
damage,
the
Dave.
my flash of light shoots from me to this giant spider hybrid thingy.
So the combination of the smashing hammer and the guiding bolt, she turns her head, looks directly at you, and screeches this unearthly, ethereal sound that sort of reverberates around in your head rather than you hearing it physically.
Alright, that's it.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Some feedback.
Psychic feedback.
17 plus 8.
You pass.
Ooh.
You also manage to shrug off the effects of these cobwebs sort of surrounding you and constricting you, making you feel claustrophobic. You withstand that
Cool.
force. Okay, so at the end of that round, the pulsing and the vibration that you detected from above from the ball, it's sort of becoming a physical shake and a physical sound.
Oh, God.
You see the strands starting to split and come unravelled. They spin with the tension from these cables being released, and all of a sudden at the end of that round, as Kingsman finishes his guiding bolt and the creature makes this sort of ethereal screech inside everybody's skulls, the entire ball explodes noiselessly. You are thrown physically to the floor with the force of this release of magical force energy. So everybody's prone. The entire floor of the chapel begins to shake and crack. The pews are instantly shattered into splinters. The altar is cracked and collapses in upon itself. A few seconds later, the whole room shakes and falls 5 feet. Just as you think you've recovered enough where you might be able to stand, suddenly the whole floor collapses beneath you. The webs that were above you fall with you, sticking to walls, slowing your descent, but it feels like you've been falling for, hundreds and hundreds of feet.
And we're now
And we will
dead.
die.
Oh, the core of the earth.
It still doesn't count as a dungeon.
This doesn't
Did
look
I
good.
fall at half speed?
Look at that awesome stuff.
That is amazing.
My lizard joke
That
out.
is brilliant.
Can you put that? Sorry, I was just
Right.
raising it. Right, can you stick that there, please? That's where that lands. Right.
This is fine.
This is again where I get to be
We're
a
all
bit of a
fine.
dictator.
It's
So
good.
Lizzie's are now off the board because they fall into the lava.
Oh,
Hang on,
Just-
before
where
we
am I?
go.
I'm-
I landed on that rock.
Just so I don't have to deal with them. But
my
they're,
babies.
they were non-magical creatures anyway, so they wouldn't have done any damage.
That's alright. At least they tried. Valiant effort.
This is gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh yeah, flip it over.
Right. So can somebody do the map for me?
So you don't get your coins back.
Right. So can we put her?
Just going to say,
on
where
top of
the
the
action
stairs
fall?
here?
Yep. Facing that way.
That's it. And then
I like the way it recognises it's a face, Dave.
I know, it's a bit scary, though, isn't it? Look.
so Sim
Using the
there,
dictator.
Oh yeah, this one's got a
thing.
claw in it.
Oh.
This was a Secret Santa present, and I gave it to Josh.
Is it a back scratch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, that'd be good for your D&D game.
That's cool.
It's not as long as the your
Right.
one.
Yeah.
I don't want to scratch TV though, so
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
a bit of a klutz. Kingsman, can you go on there, please?
What, this
Just
bit?
where the D4 is,
Yep.
yeah. Lobo, you're going to
Okay,
be
it's
there.
Would
Oh,
my
yeah, so I
hammer
say,
have
it's
stayed where it was? Or?
Yes, your hammer's stayed.
So
where it
I'll
was.
just.
It's
easy
effectively
to,
out of the game because
Yeah.
it's hundreds
So I
of
just
feet above
dismissed
you.
it.
So Noella there. Maylor there.
I think it's time to crack out the grade.
And Agatha next to Sim, please.
And what, on the same rock?
Yeah.
Have you got one?
Yeah,
I don't-
sorry. Yeah.
What?
Sorry, no, I was talking to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, so can you bring these out for me, please? Just put them along the side of the TV for the moment. They're not on the game board
okay.
for now. And that one
I've
as
got
well.
my
clinging
oath bow
to
as
the
well,
wall,
so it
Steve.
hits if I wanted to. So I need to
Your magic-
retrieve the arrows though, and I'm a bit conscious
Is that
about
your
retrieving.
magical bow plus 4?
I have a proper one now. A legitimate one. That I'm just adding.
Illegitimate bow.
No, a legitimate one that's actually like been given.
Right. Top of the round
Top of the morning.
is Sim.
Am I still blessed?
Oh, I forgot to
Oh,
have my blessing
yes,
last
you
time.
are. Yeah, because nobody took any damage from the fall.
The web's slowed our descent enough.
Yes.
That's good.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Spins a web.
I can. This is hoppable over, is it?
With a strength check to jump, yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, stone shape.
So
That's like,
this,
that's like the easiest way across.
yeah, that is the carbon crystal here is what you've seen before. That is
Okay.
the same shape of crystal that you saw in the in-between, and it's that is got this dull blue pulse
Mhm.
to it.
Can I use an athletics check instead of strength to fit
Yeah,
myself?
sorry, yes, it would have been athletics check, not strength. Yes, one.
Sorry, I mean acrobatics. Substitute acrobatics.
Does it
There isn't
depend-
really anything to vault off of. This is just a pure strength
I'll just,
jump.
I'll just
Can you not do a somersault
Flip.
from standing?
somersault in the air as I go over.
Not really. There's nothing to give you that additional boost of
Well, you can jump on
kinetic energy.
Jump.
You could throw the dwarf.
Never toss a dwarf.
Don't tell the elf.
Well, it's been fun knowing you all. 20.
You hop over after several false starts.
Yeah.
Like that first time you went up the diving board when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much
Spluttering hole.
movement did that use?
5 feet.
Yeah.
5 feet.
What's this look like?
That looks like a. Well, it's slightly above you, so you
it's
can't
a
really see from
drawn
where you
skull,
are.
isn't it?
It looks like an opening of some sort.
Is this going to provide some cover?
From where she is,
Yeah.
no.
I think she can see
get behind
over
the
it.
kyber crystal.
Well, she's on this level. That looks
She's
like
at the
it's-
top of the stairs.
Yeah, but this is, which isn't as high as this bit.
No. So you go up the stairs, you go round that. So where you are,
Yeah.
the bit where the kyber crystal is about 15 feet above you.
Oh, okay. So I have to climb up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to climb there.
Okay.
You can make another check. Is that going to be for next round?
No. So you use 5 feet. What's your movement speed? 30. So you would be able to climb to the top of that.
Okay, I get to there then, and I
Yeah.
wait.
Okay.
I hope somebody else distracts her before she gets over to me easily.
So it's her go next. She again screeches, and from above, these creatures descend. So you take the 4 giant spiders, although one of them's labelled a giant ant because there's only 3 giant spiders in the box, and a giant spider will land on the islands next to Noella, Agatha, Lobo, and Kingsman in the centre there. Right, and then the phase spider.
Yeah.
As you just because your movement is 30, just as you're reaching the top of that ledge, the phase spider appears to attack you.
Brilliant.
Okay, so phase
Biggest one there, Pete.
phase spider first.
If you could just sort that one out, that'd be
Hits.
great.
Yeah.
Armor,
Fat spider.
hits armor class 23
Yep.
That's spider.
for 12 points of damage.
6
And
points
can you
damage.
make me?
The 6 points damage. You can dodge.
Okay. And can you make me a saving throw?
What kind?
A
Good
con
one.
save.
Oh God.
20. Well, and a 4. 24. That's twice. 2 goes in a row. Max
Yeah.
both sides.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
Can I borrow your dice?
There's weighted dice
Let you
again.
down.
So even though you've sort of strengthened out this poison coursing through your veins, it still does an additional 10 points of damage. Right, giant spiders. So Noella,
Could I cast greater invisibility?
no, you're prone on the floor and it's my attack.
Sorry.
So hits armor class 22.
Yeah.
So you make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm going to cast
I
great.
thought it was leaks or something. Oh no. So con saving throws today.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, 11 just passes.
Oh, that's good.
So you take 11 points of damage from the bite, and then although you strength out the poison, you still take another 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So that's 14 damage in total.
It's feeling hot done by now.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have made that jump so spectacularly.
Oh yeah. That's
You-
right.
you
I made
passed
it
it
anyway.
anyway.
Yeah. If
I should have failed and fallen in the
Agatha, you get hit armor class 16.
Oh, I just lost your
Okay.
feet.
Yeah.
Could've
Oh,
done
that's
it.
Bites
right.
down on your armoured leg, but you don't take any damage. It doesn't penetrate. Kingsman, armor class 17.
Miss.
No, again tries to break through the metal tin can on the floor and doesn't manage it.
Melting.
And Maylor, armor class 20.
There's nothing
No, I
near me.
mean,
Sorry, Lobo, armor class 20.
yeah, hits.
I was like, is there an invisible one?
Yes, there is. Yes, totally. That's right. 4 points of damage
17. Before you asked for it.
and 4 points of damage for the poison. So 8 in total. That 4 was halved.
Oh,
It's already helped.
yeah, I guess that.
Okay, and the phase spider, after biting you, Pete, disappears.
See?
Shall I put my ear?
Scared.
Right, that's my go over. She moves along the ledge towards you, Pete, by 30 feet. Please,
This
we can
way?
do that. And then it's Lobo. Sorry, it's not Lobo. It's Agatha's turn.
20, 30, like that?
Nah,
Are they 5?
they're 5s.
Okay. My go?
Agatha, your turn.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
stand
you're
up.
prone on the floor,
Yeah, so I'm going to stand up.
still under the effects of slow spell, so you can stand up.
Could you stand me up?
Uh,
I think, am I that one? Or am I that one?
No,
I can't see from here.
this one? That one?
That's it. That's it.
Ah, cool.
There we go.
And I will attack it with
Yeah.
my trusty battle axe.
Lightsaber.
Go for it.
Lightsaber. Hooray! So I've got 17 plus 2, 19 plus 9, 19 plus 9.
That's a hit.
So it's 1d8 plus 5. Great. 6 points.
Okay. You hit it. Goo spurts out of its thorax. That's right.
That's a good word.
Second attack.
Oh yeah. Okey-dokey. So it does a 15 plus 9, 24.
Is it? Roll damage.
Cool beans. Another 6.
Again, you hit it in the abdomen and more goo spurts out.
Goo.
Lobo, you're up.
I'll stand up and attack it.
Okay.
Can you stand me up, please?
Oh.
Thank you.
Right. So you need to make a saving throw.
Oh yes, I do, of course. Please work this time. So I rolled 7.
No, still slowed.
And I'll attack it twice. Does an 18 plus 11 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll second attack.
And 22
It
total.
hits. Yeah. Do you want to do your third?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, a natural 20.
Yeah. I think we can safely say this is a dead spider, but roll your damage anyway.
Okay, this time I'll roll the extra one.
D2 normal damages first.
So that's 1 plus 10 is 11.
Yeah.
And then 12
So that's
total.
23.
23.
Yeah.
And then it will be 3 extra, sorry.
Yeah. So roll this one.
Yeah,
Roll this
and
dice
then
and then
brutal
double it.
critical, and then I can't remember what the other one was called. It's called. Let me just get it. Yeah, I've got brutal critical for being thingy, and then savage attacks is the other one. So then another 2, then another 2, then a 4.
Okay, so 2 doubled to 4, then 2 is 6, and another 4 is 10. You need one more dice.
Another 4.
14 plus 10, 24. Okay, so with those 3 attacks, you rip through its body, you rip its legs off, and then you thoroughly paste it into the floor. It's down.
Cool.
Dead. Finished. Finito. Done.
And that's all I can do for now, because although
You
I
can
can
move.
move, I don't think I can get across there, can I?
Well, you can jump. You-
Grab a seat
Grab
over
a
here.
seat down there. So you can jump if you want
To the next bit.
to the next bit, and then jump again to the base of the stairs. You need maybe 2 athletics rolls, please.
That is 17 for the first one.
Yep.
And then a natural 20.
Okay, so you're at the base of the stairs now. Just
me
below.
here.
Oh, thank you.
Just below where the spider creature is.
Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. So next up, Noella.
Could I conjure flame blade, please?
So you need to stand up.
Oh yeah. Conjure flame blade.
Okay, so Flame Blade is a bonus action spell, is it?
As well, yeah.
Yeah, so then you can attack with it.
Okay, cool. So it's plus 7. So that's 4 plus 2, 6 plus 7, which is 13.
13 misses, so again you just glance off of its armour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to move or are you going to stay there?
I'd like to see. I want to move away from it, but I don't want to get closer to that.
Well, you can disengage,
Yeah.
yeah? So it means you can back off. You will need to make an athletics check.
Okay. I
to
might
get
try and
across the
disengage
environment.
behind that potentially.
Kind of
Some
crystal.
Alright, so
Try what's the safest place to go? I don't want to be in anyone's sight. Yeah, I'll kind of disengage to this sort of area here.
well that means going up, that's above.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only way you can go on this level
Yeah.
is if you cross onto that sort of
I
corridor and
see
move
the ridge
towards
now.
Jeff.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So you can go that way 30 feet.
Yeah, I'll go that. Yeah, keep going 30 feet.
Keep going,
Just-
keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going before. Yeah, that
Okay.
way.
Right, that's your go over, Maylor.
Mhm.
I would get up and cast 3rd level's fly on myself.
Okay. So it gives you a fly speed of
60.
okay. Where do you want to fly to?
I would like to fly to.
Yeah, just fly out of here, really.
So I'm
Back
there.
up where we
Leaves the
were.
game.
Yeah, I'm going to back up.
How far can you go with the fly?
5,
60.
60. So I'm there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30. I'm going to go there.
35, 30.
Are you
35,
landing
40.
or are you staying in the
I'm,
air?
I'm still in the air, but I'm.
So you're 40 feet.
Well,
You
rises
can
in
go
mine
more
as
if you
well.
want.
Whereabouts?
Top box.
Well, I seem to have missed a lot.
Go on, just open it all the way and then in the bottom middle.
Wait, am I man? Wait. Okay.
It's alright, you've only died about 5 times.
Oh no. Brought me back to life.
No.
No.
No, we've been using you as like a shield.
That makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Beat shield.
Are we? We're not level 6, of course.
Level 9.
Do you need them?
Oh.
Do you need the whole base?
No, you should have a flat base as well.
Sorry, I feel bad, but I'm flying.
Yeah, George.
I just want to do something interesting.
Just wait for them to come back and then say, oh, no, there.
Yeah, man, now I've decided.
Found them all? So you got, yep. And you put a riser on top of it. You got the pegs.
Excellent.
Ooh.
So in one of the
It looks
sides,
like a,
you've got
40
pegs
chest
to rise it.
Oh yeah. There's that one.
It does, yeah.
Big game theory.
3D chess.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh,
It's really
excellent.
tic-tac-toes.
And then you need a top bit, so.
Oh,
Oh.
no, behind you.
Goes on the top.
I had visions of him dropping it,
Oh.
boy.
Yeah.
dropping it in there and it getting stuck.
Sorry.
Okay, wait, take off the TV first.
That would do.
Look, see, centre stage now, look.
That's why I did it.
Scene stealer.
Anything else now, maybe we'll show.
I'm the greatest showman.
Right, is that your go over?
Oh, crap.
Josh, you'll go.
Oh, I have no bonus action left. I'm still flying.
Okay. Right, so Kingsman, your turn.
Oh dear, oh dear. Look. There you go.
Oh,
It's melting in the
oh,
lava.
there we go.
Cameraman's drunk.
Right, so I stand up and I'll do a quick prayer and I'll summon Spirit Guardians.
Okay. In which area?
It's a 15 radius
It's
all
around
around
you,
me.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's well, I can't remember what we summoned last time. I think it's
Can you
fish,
summon
wasn't it?
lizards?
No.
Yes.
It's a wisdom of 16. Wisdom save of 16.
So you summon a shoal of wise carp.
Fair enough.
16 on the dice I rolled.
So it's
so what
half.
was it? DC?
It's half damage.
Yeah, but what DC have you got?
16.
It's a wisdom save of 16.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled 16, no
Yeah.
modifiers, so it's
So it's
passed.
3d8, so it's 4, 6, 9, 10, so it's 13, and you'll take half damage.
Okay. It takes damage, but it's still standing. Top of the round, my turn. Sim, you're up.
I'm going to drop down again. How long does that take?
You can drop immediately and do an acrobatics check to avoid taking any damage.
Wait, you've been holding, you should be fine.
Well, that's the way
Jinx.
it goes, logging into a full sense of security. Uh, 11.
You just managed to
Slide
avoid
down,
turning your
ungracefully.
handle, turning your ankle. But yes, you do slide down ungracefully. Okay, that's your movement, or unless you want to move anywhere else, you want to move towards Lobo or something.
Is there enough room for me to stand here?
Just about, but you know, if somebody was to take a bit of a barge or a push or
Yeah.
something
Can
like
I-
that, you
can I
might
get
fall
round?
into lava.
Can I
You
get
can get round,
I'll
yeah,
get round to
yeah.
there.
Okay. Action, bonus action.
Nope.
You're not going to do anything else. Do you want to hold your action?
Can I do that and move in the same round?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hold my action in case that blinking spider turns up again.
Blinking. That's
Right, my
blinking.
turn. So she is going to move another 30 feet closer to the Kyber crystal, so that puts her just above where Noella and Sim are, but she's not going to do anything else. The spiders, however, are going to, so the blink spider does blink back into existence next to you, P,
Oh, next to me.
and takes an attack,
Can I
but
attack
you
it?
get to attack first.
It's just a normal attack. 20.
Is a hit.
And since I'm not,
It's
Oh,
not
that's-
in threat range of anyone else,
yeah,
and
do I get a
it's
bonus
not surprised.
action?
No, you can't hold a bonus action. You can only
Alright, so-
hold an action.
7.
7 damage. It takes damage, but it's still standing and hits you. I don't think it does. 6 misses, so it goes to bite you and misses, and then blinks away again. The spider that was attacking you, Noella, follows you and hits with a natural 20. So you take 13 points of damage for the bite, and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Ooh, nothing in there. 14 plus 3, 17.
Is a pass, so you only take 5 points of damage from the poison.
So that's 18 in total.
18 in total, yeah. Agatha,
Yep.
That's a miss. We've got 13. Kingsman. That's a 18 to hit.
Missed.
Missed. Okay. Right. That's my turn over. Agatha, you're up.
I'm going back in my battle axe because that spider is still alive on my island.
Yep.
So does a 24 hit.
24 hits, yeah. One damage.
Yep. So that's going to be 7 plus 13. Radiant.
It's still alive.
What? Okay.
Its
do it again.
guts are all over the floor, but it's still somehow standing.
Slipping
On
inside it.
attack.
Okay. Ooh, 18 plus 9.
You kill it.
27.
They have 1 hit point left.
Okay.
It goes down. Off the game.
Thank goodness.
Splat.
Do you
Can't
want to
shove
move?
it off the edge into the lava.
You can.
Can I actually get off of there without?
Not. We could
I don't-
move to that point
Move to the
there and
edge.
jump across. That would be your move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
So move to there and then jump across just behind where Sim is. That's it.
Okay. And I'm still slowed.
Still slowed. Oh, in that case, you can't do that. All you better do is
Can I
get
not?
to the edge.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't want to jump in the line.
Can I
Just
check
there.
to see whether I'm still
Okay.
slowed now though?
Right, so roll your saving throw.
Remind me what saving throw it is?
Wisdom.
25.
Passed.
Yay.
You shake off the effects.
Yay!
That is so good.
You
Cool.
shook it off already, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's it. Everybody is out of slow now. Right, so that's your go over Agatha. Labour, you're up.
How big is the thing in front of me? The ledge thing?
It's 15 foot high.
15 foot high. Is it going to be quicker for me to get up it or run up the stairs?
So run up the stairs would take 15 feet of movement. Climbing the wall would take, I think you can climb at half speed, don't you?
I've got no idea. I've
So
never
I think
even
you
looked at climbing.
I think it's quicker to go up the stairs
Okay.
because you can do 15 feet and then you've got another 25 feet of movement. Your speed's 40, isn't it?
Yep, so it's 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
And 5, 10, 20, 30, 40.
Have I got anything to throw?
Javelins.
I think I'm out of javelins.
We can pick them up after you've used them.
Not when they fly off the ship in a dead
Not
body.
when
I
they
can't.
fly off the ship in a dead body.
Yeah.
No, you're right about that. I forgot about that.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm actually out of ranged weapons. The only thing I've got is a hand axe, but that's only got a range of
20.
yeah, something crap.
Summer's Day.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold and my attack just in case she comes back to me.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep. Noella,
Can I cast greater invisibility on myself?
you can.
Excellent.
Do you wish to move?
Yeah, I'll move back a bit to get away from that spider. So,
They don't get
You can just move straight through me, you don't have to move around.
oh, cool. I'll just go about here.
Okay. Maylor.
So I was there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Landowner.
I'm going to fly directly above the big spidery lady,
Drop
on
if
her.
possible.
Yeah.
So
Drop on her back, rider. She could be your new mount.
I can stand on the thing if you want.
sorry.
I'm going to hold it by the top bit.
Lobo's dead.
Where
Where the hell was I?
If you want to
Were
give
you
me
near
the
the bottom of the
discarded
stairs somewhere?
spiders.
Upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Is
so.
that one? Was that one was a dead? Was
So
it?
take
I
the
was up on 4.
the statue off and put the statue on the base
Yeah,
of the
Yes.
the stand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you
Yes.
above her.
You're going to wait on her head.
So I was like, do like there.
So I'm
It's,
now.
it's him. There's going to be toilets involved.
I'm going to directly cast Firebolt at her from above.
Yeah.
It's 120 foot range.
Yeah.
So natural 20.
Okay.
Plus 7.
That hits.
So
roll your
that's,
damage, and it's doubled.
and it's
So
doubled.
it's 2d10 times
2d10.
2.
Don't be a 1. Don't be a 1.
Don't be a double one.
So 1
Oh no! Sorry.
and a 7, so 8 times
16
2,
damage.
16 damage.
Okay.
Average out in the end.
And I'm like,
Okay, so you float above her head and complete the incantation for the firebolt cantrip, bursting down this flaming sphere towards the top of her skull. And obviously, because she's not aware of it, her magical field sort of has shrugged off your magic previously isn't in effect, and she takes a lot of damage. You can see her hair is now burning wildly and waving around her shoulders as she screeches in pain. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Kingsman.
I'll let my spirit guardians attack first. So
Another wisdom saving throw.
16, yeah.
That's a fail.
Cool. So you take full damage on 3d8. 7. 13. 18 damage.
The spider explodes as the fish rip through its carcass.
Well, fish are clearly a natural enemy of spiders. Who knew? Didn't see it moving in the water.
Give me 5, 10, 15, 20. Sorry, so she's in range, so I'll summon Spiritual Hammer as my bonus action.
Yep. And roll to hit.
Right in front of her. That's 8.
Whoa.
18.
Hits.
Okay, and that is. What was Spiritual Hammer?
1d8 plus 5, isn't it?
Yes, 1d8 plus 4. 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. Another doing.
Again, you strike down into
Whack
her
'em up.
shoulder. And your action and your move.
I will. So I'm not slowed anymore. So 5. Can I step over?
You need to roll an athletics check to do the jump.
Okay. That's not my best. No. That's 5, 6.
Okay, so as you go to make the leap, you manage to stumble as you take the step over. Yeah. You take a step into lava. You don't fall bodily into lava because the gap isn't really big enough for you to fall in, but you do catch your leg in.
Oh no.
Which one?
Which
Which one?
Your flesh.
No!
Hop a lot.
You take 13 points of damage and you lose a dexterity point.
We're going to have to go visit that gnome again, aren't we, Dave?
Got a big hyper crystal there.
Yeah,
We can rebuild him.
So you don't lose the leg entirely, but you do take
He's going to
severe
slightly turn into a
burns.
Severe burns.
It
Okay.
can be healed,
Yeah.
you think.
He's lost 2
but
legs now.
For the time
Oh,
being,
yeah.
you do lose 1 point of
I
dexterity.
say one leg.
It's going to turn out to
Try
be
and
like
if you do.
Can I hop?
help me.
We put some fire.
Right,
Eat on it.
anything else you want to do? You do still have an action.
You could cost.
No, I've used 2. I've used.
You haven't.
Well, I've used. Yeah, well, I used the bonus action, wasn't it?
You had bonus action for spiritual weapon.
So I will do.
Cure wounds.
Yes.
Reach
Just
yourself.
bash your leg off.
You
Regenerate.
don't need to cure your wounds.
He's just trying to get another special leg, that's what it is.
It's no good now, just get it off.
It's dead to me.
It's been cauterized.
If you wait until after we finished, if we're still alive, I can rub some ointment on it.
I mean, I
could
can
do
cure a
mending.
disease, but I don't think that's really classed as a disease.
If you've got lay on hands, though, you could.
So I'll cast Prayer of Healing. So 6 creatures within 30 feet that I choose.
Yeah.
So that's me, Agatha, Noella, and Pete.
Just really different points.
Sim.
That's him. And then we get
How many?
2d8.
Ooh.
Plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
Plus an extra 3 because you're from the
Life domain.
life domain.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you also get hit points back because you're healing others.
Right. So 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 14 in total.
17 in total.
Okay, 17 in total
Yeah. For everyone.
for all of us.
Yeah.
That's
and then
good.
because you've healed 3 people,
Yeah.
I think you get 3 hit points back for everyone, so you get an extra 9.
I'm already now back at max.
Yeah.
Do I get like an overshield?
No.
Okay.
I knew he was going to ask that.
Become more powerful.
Get the
Level
glow.
up.
Right, so that's your turn over. Sim, you're up.
And thank you.
Thought music.
Kill the ant. I mean spider.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Only lasts 10 minutes.
Firstly,
100 rounds.
I'm going to flip up the cloak on my displacer, the hood on my displacer cloak, because I've clearly forgotten all about that.
Yes,
Meanwhile, I'm
What cloak?
to put myself up.
Exactly.
He's displaced it.
Maybe it should be a misplacer coke.
And what's something else?
You going to attack?
Yeah, I'm going to attack. I just thought of something else, but I forgot what it was now.
Harsh language attack.
No, that's music.
Yeah.
Oh. 17.
17 hits. Body damage.
Nice.
10.
Nice.
And as a bonus action, I study with the other sword.
Okay.
Does the bless only account for one, or is it all attacks?
It's all attacks.
23, 24, 32.
Yeah, it's hit.
Nice.
Another 10.
Still alive, but only just. Its guts are all over the floor.
Slip in there, slide.
Right, so you can't disengage because you bonus action attack. Right, my turn. So the spider in front of you will attack you, hitting armor class 15.
Yes, you have to use disadvantage anyway, but that missed.
Yep. So that misses, and then the phase spider will appear in front of Jeff
Phase spider.
and go to bite him. With armor class
Sounds like a
16.
band.
Miss!
And then disappears.
Again.
I can't see them now, dangling.
What?
Give him ideas.
The statue will turn and reach down from the ledge above and attack you twice, Peter.
15-foot range, is it?
She's
Okay.
basically stood at the top and then reaches down. So that's on opposite ends of the spectrum. A natural 1 and a natural 20.
What did you
So
roll?
one miss
That's yeah, okay.
and 1 hit.
No, because you got disadvantage from my displacer cloak.
Right, so then that wipes the one wipes the 20 out. So the second attack then is 21 and 18.
Hit.
So that displacer cloak now doesn't work for her, correct?
It doesn't work for the rest of the round.
You take 12,
Yeah, till start my next turn.
20 damage.
Sounds like
I'll
something
take 10
Star
damage.
Trek. Displacement cloak.
I've got my displacement cloak on.
That's her go over. She returns back to the top. And Agatha, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm going to try and jump over the lava.
Does she move out of range of the hammer by doing that? Do you get a
No,
attack opportunity?
no. She doesn't move out of range because of the size of her body and reach. So it's basically like the top half of her still stays within range of the spiritual hammer, but she can reach down to attack me.
Okay, I'm going to risk it and try and jump
Go,
over the lava.
go for it. Athletics check.
Athletics, so 11
I can throw you over.
plus
Kick her over with your
six,
fiery
seven,
leg.
18.
You do it. So you leap across, landing next to Noella.
And there we go, and I
You
want to-
left me behind, lassie.
I'm sorry about that. I'd like to go over to the big spider and attack it. Oh, actually, before I do that, can I bonus action, because I can do that now, branding smite
Yeah.
on my.
Do you want to move a bit closer to it? Or you can
Yes, please. Sunblade
You want to
Atlas.
put this up?
Okay, so I would not bother. So what big spider are you attacking?
Oh, the statue.
No, you can't, 'cause it's 15 feet above you.
Oh, it's on a ledge.
You got a
Yeah, I
range
took me
attack
one to get that
range.
one.
I can
Javelin.
throw a javelin at it.
Yeah, so you can cast Braining Smart on the javelin and then throw that.
Yeah, not a javelin, trident. Sorry.
Okay.
That's
So you
what
cast Braining Smart on the javelin and
It's
roll
trident.
it from your trident.
I do. Okay.
Javelin.
So-
Got javelins on the brain.
Is that 16? Yeah, 16 plus 3, 19 plus.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. And then it is 1d6 plus 3 piercing, plus whatever the other thing is. So it's 6, 9 plus what do I get for branding? 9 plus another 2d6, so 11, 17.
17 damage.
Yes.
She's looking very, very injured now.
And she got a trident sticking outside her
Trident
as well.
sticking outside of her.
The delicate
Just,
bits.
just released this torrent of energy into her body. Okay. Lobo.
Do I get another attack?
Sorry, yes, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. If you've got another trident, you can throw another trident.
I haven't, but I've got a spear.
You can throw a spear
Or a javelin.
or a javelin.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you had a
Or
javelin.
you
I'm
should.
sure I did at one point, but
You did have a
It's
javelin
the
because you
one-
threw it through the wall.
No, you
Killed-
should throw it
Maybe
around
to
the
get
pillar.
back.
That's no, it's through the pillar.
Well,
I don't know. It's not on my list. I have got a boat on my list, which is inexplicable to me.
Boat.
no, we've all got the boat on our list.
Oh, have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Throw the boat.
16
It's the Chavinard or something like that.
23.
Hit.
Everything in the
Okay,
kitchen
so
sink. and
1d6 plus 3. 4.
Okay. Really last legs now, but still alive. Lobo, you're up.
I'll
Like
move up and attack.
Steam over and headbutt.
It's killing Blobo. I've been waiting years to say that.
Reckless attack.
Just stop it, it might die.
8 plus 11, which is
A hit.
some numbers.
Yep.
Because my maths is failing me at this time of life. 17 plus 11.
Just roll your damage.
Just roll.
Just roll the damage.
That is 15 and 11.
How do you want to do it?
Hey! The delicate bits.
Okay, so
Up the middle.
up the middle. So remembering your critical hit from above, you launch the chain underneath her body, slicing out one of the legs on its way through. It catches up under the abdomen, and then you wrench back with huge force, unleashing all the rage of this fight that seems to have gone on for a very, very long time.
But still was only actually like
Still only actually like
8 rounds.
25 seconds or
Yeah.
something. You unleash this rage and rip her abdomen completely open, and guts and gore spill out all over the floor, and you finally defeat the creature.
Yay!
The other spiders sort of suddenly lose interest in attacking what is obviously a stronger foe and disappear from the field. You are left standing alone
Or flying.
in a
pool of guts. And
pool of guts and
It's where I'm most at home.
lava-filled cavern facing a pulsing lump of kyber. And at that point we'll take a break, so I can have a cup of tea. And we'll be back in a minute.
cup of tea.
I've got 10.
Cup of tea.
did.
Okay, right, welcome back. So, you've successfully taken down the spider statue turned flesh. The rest of the spiders have departed the field, and like I said, you are within this cavern of lava and islands. Creepy doors going off in the background. And in front of you is a blue glowing crystal that pulses with energy every now and again.
Are you coming down?
Yes, I slowly fall to the ground.
You gracefully descend.
Yes, I gracefully descend.
Like a tiger upon a gazelle.
Falling with style.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Dave.
Is the oh yeah,
Like a leaf on the breeze.
Do I? Oh, I'm stuck over there.
Where are you? Oh yeah.
Somewhere.
Do you want to jump
If
on the
only
next
there was
one?
some sort of flying character
Yeah.
who could assist you with jumping over the lava-filled.
Like you carry people. Okay, no, you're fine.
Josh,
You need to help him.
flying character,
Yeah,
assisting Kingsman.
yeah.
So before you landed, you went and got Kingsman, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And flying over.
Steve, does this crystal, does it have like the flashes of the places in it, like we
No.
saw with the?
No.
So this is a different type of pulsing and.
You're not seeing that flash of previous lives in front of you, but it's the same structure of crystal and it's glowing with this energy.
Where during our break, not this break, but previous break, the Cat and Story break, where I opened up my little crafting shop, I've been working with Kyber. Have I gained more knowledge about why it could be glowing? What does it mean? What's the energy contained inside it?
You don't know what the energy contained within inside it is, but you know that Kyber glows like this because it is powering some spell, device, or other magical effect. It's active, which is why it's glowing.
Ooh, do we think this could be the power source for the anchor?
Give a lobo. Give a lobo. You give me a power source.
Didn't understand that at all.
It fell through with us, didn't it?
I don't think David.
It fell down with us.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not growing out the floor or anything.
No, it fell down with you.
It's gonna blow.
The blue glow that was coming from within the ball web was that.
Guys, I reckon this might be the dimensional anchor.
It itself, or do you think it's powering something in the structure?
With my extensive arcane knowledge, I think this is the dimensional.
Oh, okay. How do you think we
It's a battery,
push it in the lava?
That's exactly what Kyber is.
Yeah, but don't we all need to destroy it at a special certain
I think
time
if we
at the
just
same
tap
time,
it.
rather than
No, just before midnight.
like this.
Yeah,
I've got history with Kai,
but
I'm all
I think
about
we all
it.
need to do it at the same time rather than separately.
No, I think that was retconned, wasn't it?
What was
That was
We just have to
originally
destroy
said
the 3 anchors before midnight, don't we?
before
Not
dawn.
at the same
before
time.
dawn.
Oh, before dawn,
But
sorry.
they don't need to be simultaneously destroyed.
No.
No,
Okay,
yeah, it got
cool.
retconned.
I did remember
Don't you
that.
remember that?
No, I
It's when
retcon
we
the
changed you
retcon.
from a man to a woman.
Ah, yes, I retcon the retcon.
And to a bird.
If it is it, how do we destroy it? Because it's not going to be as easy as just.
I like
hitting
to
it.
have a
Why
really
did you
good look
push
at
it
it
in
and
the lava?
become familiar.
But I did say that, but then I
Well,
thought
you
that's
have
easy,
you have a
surely.
Kyber expert.
Yep. It's just
Me.
if I've then got to locate objects.
It's Kyber.
Oh yeah, take note of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying I'm having a really good look at it, so I'm really familiar with it.
You are familiar with the structure.
Thank
You
you.
have seen one previously as well. So yeah, you
I can locate
update your
others if I want
familiarisation.
to.
You can update. You can find others if you
Is
want.
this a big hole in the ground?
It is a big hole in the ground. It is blocked.
Why? By what? Just rocks?
How do we get back up?
Does anyone notice it looks like a skull?
Yeah.
Dave, what sort of
Or maybe no. I'm not sure.
Just like to say to any viewers that might be watching who are easily offended, there was no offence meant in that accent.
Skull! To me, it's a twang of Geordie, but I'm not too sure.
I prefer Sarah's
Accent.
impression of,
My what?
yeah, go on, Nicola Sturgeon.
That was not an impression of Nicola Sturgeon.
Sounded just like her.
It did not sound anything like her.
Right, yeah, so do we think it's going to be a case of just pushing it in the lava? Because I'm not sure, I think that might be too simple,
easy.
I don't know.
Or just bob around.
Well,
I don't know,
try it.
how would one destroy Kyber? I do not know.
The only thing is if it doesn't destroy it, we've then
Yeah,
got to
we've
get
done.
it out the
Exactly.
lava.
Classic. Just float around.
Just dip his leg in there.
Watch as it slowly floats down.
So you know-
Shut the leg and stir.
You know when you cut Kyber for the purposes of powering magical items, that if you hit it in the wrong place, it shatters and it loses any ability to then store magical energy. So hitting this in the right place will release any stored magical energy.
When it releases it, does it release it
Does it
explosively?
hurt?
Yeah.
It depends on how much energy is stored within it.
Where am I?
There's going to be loads in this.
So I was going to say, it's powering like some sort of
Because we've
portal
seen one of
done.
these things that was only small, did a really big explosion, didn't it?
Laddie.
Get on top and drop something on it.
But
Someone
it fell
did.
down here and it survived.
I think the
suppose
expert
it
just
was
hit it.
like us got
I'll do it.
slowed by the...
I think push
Well,
it
it's
back
less
off
easy to
and
lose,
throw
really,
something
So
at
if
it.
I do a perception check and study it,
Yeah,
hammer and chisel.
yeah. Well, it's more like hitting it with your battle axe
Yeah.
with advantage.
Well,
I've
hammer.
got
But yeah.
stone shape.
I've got a mole
Superb.
+1, would that be better?
It's got a magical hammer.
Ah,
Oh, right,
that's
okay.
good.
Can we stand back? I'm standing back.
I think you should.
I'd like to
I
stand
think
back
everyone
as well.
except Kingsman should stand well away.
And do I
Is there
actually need to
anything
roll
I
to
can
hit,
cast
or it
that's
roll
right?
for?
So, for the purposes
Perception.
of me telling you stuff that your characters already know,
Oh, okay.
okay,
I'll roll for that.
you're
Extra
here to
20.
destroy the dimensional anchor. What happens after that, you don't know. But you do know that you have this teleportation device that requires all of you to be touching it if you want to leave this area.
Oh, so we hit it while we're all touching the thing?
And
Right.
it releases
So
the energy,
I
it teleports us
wouldn't-
away.
If this is going to explode, then I wouldn't all stand as
Yeah.
far away from
Well, that's
Kingsman
a
as
good
possible because it means he can't teleport out.
I'll hold
his
his hand.
The teleportation device, can we teleport away and then come back to check whether it did explode or not?
Who has the device, and do they know they have the device, and do we all know how to activate it?
Yeah, we were told, weren't we?
Yeah. So you know you have to hold it.
Who's holding it?
Who has it?
I don't know.
Josh,
I have it, do I? Is it like a magical lamp or something after
No,
rub
it's a
it?
stone.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has to hold the stone.
Alright.
like that scene in
I
Guardians of the
think now
Galaxy.
we're all closer to it, so if it does explode, we'll all
Yeah,
die
we'll dance
before we
off.
can teleport away.
Could I do a quick gaseous swarm before it exploded?
No, but how do you hold a stone in the gas?
So you remember from the in-between, the crystal was the same size as this one, and that one destroyed the entire chamber. So even if you stand over there, there's a good chance that whatever
You've got to be dead
happens
anyway.
is going to hit you.
It's like a nuclear
So
bomb.
your best option may be to use the teleportation device when you think you've done enough damage to destroy this.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, so shall I roll
Oh, there was
perception
a-
check to hit it?
Investigation check, and then I'll give you advantage on your to hit roll.
It doesn't explode straight away.
Got a 10.
It's got
Okay, that's
delayed,
enough.
delayed fuse.
Okay.
Right, so roll to hit. If you hit, this is a critical.
Okay. 17.
You hit. Roll your damage. This is a critical hit.
Or should I do it two hands?
Suspense.
Yeah, you
I
did.
get-
It's still a critical hit anyway, but yeah, you increase your damage dice.
8, 9, 10.
So 10.
10.
What did you roll on the dice?
8 plus 2.
So that's 8 doubled to 16
Yeah.
plus 2 is 18 damage.
What plus 2 now?
What's your strength score?
1. Sorry, 13 plus 1.
Okay. Right, so you grasp your battle axe with two hands.
Battle hammer, yeah.
Warhammer. With two hands, you strike down on the point that you identified as being a localised point of weakness.
The top bit.
The top bit.
I'm gonna get technical here.
A large seam opens up down the centre, and you can see magical energy fizzing within. And it pulses, quickens. So it's not quite damaged enough yet.
Teleport out.
So
I'll just say
you
again.
see sparks of magical energy start to ground
Is it going
out.
to overload? You know when we had like the TikToks and we did them damage and then so is it building up to a?
It's got that same sort of device.
So should we disappear now or should I twat it again?
You think you
I'll take
need
it
to
to
twat it again?
What if I hit it with a fireball?
What if you hit?
Are you going to do it?
We don't need the next session then. I think
I would like to hold out my hand with the travelling stone, and with my other hand attempt to cast a fireball on the.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
I hack his other hand off. Just
you turn up after we've obliterated everyone. You just call out the cave. Like, what was that?
what about your protection spell?
It takes 10 minutes to.
Wait 10
We can wait 10 minutes. Well,
Well,
it started doing
That's actually a good idea. But I mean, if it's got 10 minutes left in it, I don't know.
I never cast it. It takes 10 minutes to. What's it's a ritual spell.
Mm.
But yeah, it lasts for 8 hours, but it takes 10 minutes to work. So I could do it. But it just takes a wee while.
I think we
maybe
should
next
just
time.
twat it again and then we disappear.
Ready?
We'll all be ready. You can be holding onto the stone. Do it one-handed this time, Dave.
So
you
there's a
can hold
natural
onto the stone
19.
with us.
Yep.
I putt it. Okay.
No, I'll do it 2 hands again.
So D10 damage.
And 10 plus 2.
So 10, 20, 22 damage.
Yeah.
Added to the 18 that you've already done is
Yep.
40 in total. So the scene that you've created now reaches almost to the base of the crystal. All across the top where the seam is at its widest, you get the arcs of energy appearing like it did in the in-between, where that arced energy was erupting out of the crystal and grounding itself all over the room. It isn't doing that yet. The arcs are within the crystalline structure itself, so the crystal is still operative. It's still holding that energy within the matrix of the crystal itself, but you've damaged it enough where it's arcing between those structures. So it's still not coming external, but you've exposed the magical energy to
Expose the core.
but you haven't damaged the core.
Would it be best to cast your spiritual hammer to try and finish it off? And
Yeah,
we do
from
it
a
at a
distance,
distance
yeah.
and hold onto the stone, and then
That's a really
we
good
can
idea.
literally go as
Yeah.
soon as it starts to
So I was
explode.
thinking my arrows are 150.
Take it
Yes,
out with a goldfish of some sort.
A goldfish.
Why not?
I
Goldfish?
Yeah.
Get your Lizzies out again.
I might go.
That just sounds so wrong.
Not a euphemism.
Not a pet name.
I'll get something better out. Oh dear.
Get some
so
octopus.
summon it.
Do you imagine
And then-
if we did do this drunk? It would be so funny.
That cable just moved. I thought he was playing footsie with me.
I fell over and I tried to get it and I couldn't. I must have hit the table.
Right, sorry.
So remove away.
Yeah, so we're back off a little bit.
Okay, so you move to the end of the platform.
Yep.
What, back there?
Yeah. As long, you have to be within 60 feet of it.
Yep.
Oh,
That's fine. 60 feet at the end is fine.
Okay, just to touch the stone or can we touch each other?
You all have to touch the stone.
God, it's getting
We're
terrible
all
now.
touching.
You all have to touch the stone.
and I assume he
And
can
then
control his hammer even if he's got his hands on his stones.
Yes. Right. So roll to hit for me.
19.
Hit. Roll your damage.
That's a 1d8. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So 7 doubled to 14. Plus 4 is 18 damage. Okay. So you now open the seam enough where the crack appears all the way to the floor. The energy starts to spark out of the crystal and ground into the platform, into the islands, onto the lava, and you get these bubbles of lava suddenly burst upwards and lava thrown 15 feet up into the air. You've now done enough damage
I'm grabbing onto
to
Josh's
destroy
Yeah,
the
we'll
item.
touch Josh's stones.
I give my stone a good rub.
Okay, so you You stroke stone lovingly whilst everybody else is touching it, and you feel the magical energy
It's getting warmer.
release.
It's building up
Oh
inside.
God! Don't
You finish the teleportation spell and zap out of your current location and reappear on top of a
Like I'm
tower.
in a 50 Shades novel.
Did it explode?
I did.
You don't get to see it because you buggered off. Okay, so new updated picture of Metro, courtesy of Everon of the Last Rising.
Yep.
Oh, we're in
So
there.
this
Quite
is
wow.
We
this is a
teleport
new and
mid-air.
improved one.
Yeah.
So
Very nice.
you
Fancy.
appear. So I want to take everybody off the.
So we
map
didn't,
first.
we didn't reappear mid-air.
So you appear on top of this tower here.
Drop them all there.
Your target is the arena, which is here.
Brilliant.
And this is a city proper. This is a downed Titan Warforged
Oh.
that you didn't see in the last picture because it didn't exist then, but is released in the new updated rules, which is good. So, in terms of aerial view, so
We're on that.
you are here.
You are here.
And where is it that we need to get to?
Number 3.
Number 3, Metrol City
No.
Arena. And standing next to the keystone as you appear is your compatriot.
Avatar Zero.
Jesus,
No, not Avatar. Compatriot.
See,
and
that's what you get for
friend.
leaving.
So if I
Levan.
leave again, I'll get
You get an even bigger mini.
one my size.
A maxi.
Jeez.
So, yeah, you appear and your friend Swiddo is there. And below you, Metrol City proper appears to be in chaos. So, the assault clockworks, which you'd observed before on their patrol routes around the city, and those that had attacked the Kashmir while it walked out of the city to the next location during the last session, all appear to now to be heading in one direction. And that one direction is the main gate, the main route out of Metro, which is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they seem to be heading in that way with some haste.
Swillow, what the hell's going on?
Something else is attacking.
He's alive.
I've been asleep.
Where have you been, laddie?
You okay, Swidden?
I just bring my head a little bit to make a little on my head and keep going. There, and I just point at the things going off in haste.
Okay. So if you observe, you can spend 10 minutes doing this, or you can spend longer if you want. If you want to take a short rest, you can. It's
I
up
guess
to
give
you.
the blessed things.
Oh,
yes, yes.
Blessed be.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you can take a short rest if you want to do that.
Yep.
So over the course of the next hour, every single assault clockwork that was in Metro leaves through that gate, and they turn and head sort of northwestish. Which, if you remember from the map, and you can consult the map during your short rest, is the direction of the secret facility, the glowing chasm, that you're heading towards, ultimately to defeat the Lord of Blades.
I use 2 hit die.
Okay.
9.
It's 2.
Okay, so you're stood atop the tower. in Metrol. The now empty city that the assault Clockwork have left. What is it you wish to do?
Do we know if we can get down out off these towers without
There's an
isn't there a
elevator.
lift or something?
Let's
Start making our way
times are
down.
wasting. So on this hour while we've been resting and eating and stuff, we've been watching, planning the next move. So how do we get down? What might be the quickest route?
Would
Yeah.
I
No, I mean
Oh,
from here to here
yeah.
and then get across.
would I have seen something? If I'm
Yeah,
looking
was
to
there anything
the
did
get to
anything
the arena?
occur? When did the things start happening? When did they all start leaving? Did anything happen just before that?
So it started happening probably within 10 minutes of you arriving.
Huh. Okay.
Something you said.
Ooh. Okay. It just, and I know what these guys have gone off to do, of course. Well, just my only knowledge is I'm watching these Clockwork things move off.
No,
move around.
your character knows everything that I told you
Cool.
during the break.
Yep.
So.
Awesome. Okay.
Should we make our way down in the lift and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's get on
I
with
might
it.
take this
Okay.
opportunity to cast Mage Armour on myself, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Just a question. When did we originally lose Swido? That was during one of the
That
crash ships,
plane.
wasn't it?
Yeah. When you first lost your leg.
Was it then?
No.
No.
No,
It was
no.
after
no.
that.
Swido. So Swido stayed behind at the Madani complex to
Oh, yeah.
assist Arctus in the research into the source of the plague,
Oh yeah. I remember.
and that was after you defeated Johanna, the Kenneth.
Mm.
So, but before you went to the bar to defeat Damien, and then went to Necropolis and so on and so forth. So,
Yeah.
Swido was hanging out with Arctus at the Madani, the Madani complex.
In that time, I was looking at the Clockwork bots going around. If we're trying to get into the arena as well, did I come up with any sort of plan?
Well, you didn't leave the tower top
No.
because you was observing their patrol patterns.
Yep.
So your only sort of observations of the arena have been from here.
Okay.
So you can't really see much detail about what it looks like from the ground or potential points of entry.
Okay.
There is like the main thoroughfare to the arena. This is a city, so that main thoroughfare probably leads to the main gates. Whether there are other entrances, back doors and so on and so what, you wouldn't be able to tell from up here anyway. But certainly that main street, which would be the quickest route to get there, probably leads you to the front entrance.
I'm going to go first and stealth, just in case there was anything left behind.
Okay.
Just in case. 30.
Okay.
I'll go through the streets keeping an eye out if there's any little guys left behind. Traps.
Yeah. The streets are empty and silent. Almost
Interesting.
exactly the same as it was in Fort Bright.
Just checking there's no webs.
There are no webs.
Good.
You are fine on the web front.
snakes this time?
If the streets are empty, then we don't have to worry about trying to, from street to street. You can just walk down.
Yeah, you don't believe there's any need for stealth.
I meet them at the entrance.
If you want to take the main thoroughfare, that is the quickest route.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pass streets and streets of broken buildings, smashed abodes, old shops that are lying empty and broken. Over in the distance, and the Titan creature is lent against this column here. It's just to the side, I think. From looking at the screenshot. You see, its huge form dominates the landscape, and it's obviously a warforged, and you can see it's come from the same species that you have, but you've never seen anything like it before.
Granddad.
This is very, very big.
It's bigger than you.
Much bigger than me.
Got your toes.
Could be my grandpa or something.
So you make your way to the arena, eventually arriving at the main entrance. It is extremely large. You think it probably is capable of holding tens of thousands of people easily. The whole place, like the streets around it, is deserted and silent. The large iron gates guarding the entrance again lie broken and bent on the floor. Within the compound itself, there are signs of battle. There is rubble and rubbish and broken objects everywhere. So it looks like something broke in and there was a huge fight within the compound itself. What do you want to do?
Go in.
Yeah.
So the whole arena, is surrounded by a 10-foot high wall.
Oh.
So this appears to be, from observation perspective anyway, the only way in.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm, 6 foot?
Yep.
Somebody can hop on top of me.
The gates are not it's a huge open entrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
If you want to, you can walk around the wall, hop over the back or something. It's entirely up to you. But
Strolling through the front door.
Yeah. I'll do perception check and do the same thing.
okay, roll for me then, please.
No.
Okay.
7.
You just managed to avoid walking into the wall as you enter into the compound. You notice that the main entrance to the arena proper, which is set back about 25 to 30 feet from the wall, is collapsed and destroyed. So there's no obvious entrance in that way. The arena itself is surrounded by small alcoves, set back inside the pillars and columns. They obviously held vendors, food vendors, maybe ticket vendors and memorabilia from whatever sport went on in this arena. It may have been battles to the death, it may have been Olympic style games, it could have been anything. What do you want to do? You want to explore, search for another entrance?
Just keep looking.
Okay.
Mhm.
So who's going to lead the search or perception checks?
I've got
Please?
proficiency in perception.
Okay.
Sim,
But yeah, probably much better.
I think, unless anyone's got better than metagaming 10.
Nuet, could you have a scout out? You turn into
Could
a
do.
bird or
Well, I
have
was
a look
thinking of a
around?
spider climb up the wall.
Spiders on the brain. I think as a bird you can just fly off.
Bird. You could just fly off with a
Yeah,
spell.
go fly spell.
Could do actually.
I've only got one
I
wild
think you
shape
should
left.
60 foot.
spend the spell.
Well,
then,
I've
yeah.
already got, actually no, short rest. I've got 2 wild shapes left, so I could, because I wanted to save it to something like. I could. How high is the wall again?
The wall is
10
10
foot.
feet, the
Oh.
arena is probably 60, 70 feet high.
Okay, so is it all? Okay, if I transform to an eagle.
Okay.
How easy is that?
I
Yeah,
go
we'll
in
do
and
that.
check for things.
Okay.
Things, check for things.
Investigation.
So you walk around searching the grounds.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you 20 minutes
Mhm.
and maybe 2 rolls, please.
22.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, so after 20 minutes of searching, you find an entrance into a cellar area, and you think this is probably the cells where the combatants, whether they be animals or humans or humanoids or whatever, were kept. So you can get into the arena. So Noella, you transform into an eagle.
Yeah.
You're going to fly over the top
Mhm.
of the arena.
Yeah, yeah. Have a fly around, aerial view. It's
I know this
Oh,
place.
no, it's back.
We've got back in time again.
Oh, I can hear sounds.
This looks familiar.
Well, it was empty.
Oh.
Can you
Oh,
place
oh yeah.
them on the map for me,
Not
please?
here.
I'm going to get to Cerberus again.
I've seen this episode of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
This is silly.
They're not like that.
Even the ones that got 3 on that base don't
Okay, so you see an empty arena. But what catches your eye, over in the stands towards the back, and unfortunately I can't take the flags off the top. It'd be better if they weren't there because you can see the stand. So you put that on the very back of the map for me, please.
What's there?
Yeah, so above, just above the flags.
I don't have to look at it then, do I?
Yeah, so move it back a little bit further.
Sure.
Right, so that there's a blue pulsing glow coming from within the stands, right at the top, almost where sort of royalty would sit in a royal box. It's actually coming from a throne, a stone throne. Sat upon that stone throne is this creature.
Oh, good God.
Oh, boy.
Word, that looks cool.
Yeah, please.
Oh, it's a walkwalk.
Well, let's
thing.
get a big belly.
Look, we'll have to pump it.
Do we call him
Jeez.
Mr. Pig?
Mr. Pig.
Oink, oink.
Okay.
Lovely.
So you see this because you're flying around as
Yeah.
an eagle. The rest of you make your way through the cellar and
Blissfully unaware.
dungeon area, and you find your way up to a set of stairs, and that set of stairs enters the arena here. This gate is actually open, it's smashed to pieces, and you two can see across the other side of the arena this creature sat upon
Oh, yeah.
a throne made of stone,
I'm seeing
but
it.
again is pulsing with this blue glow, this recognisable blue glow that you saw from the last piece of card that you've just destroyed.
Okay.
I was just thinking that's what we need. It's just another basic tripod,
Yeah,
and then just do that rather than trying to do the.
yeah.
Although that's pretty good as well. But I don't know.
It's better getting that sort of zoomed out view, isn't it?
Get a GoPro on your forehead.
We
And
can
then
all
it's
wear
gonna be
one.
moving round.
You would have to know what you're looking at, Josh.
Yeah. What's he zooming into?
He'll forget to turn it off when he goes to sleep.
You should live
Here
stream
we
it.
go.
In more ways than one.
Oh.
Some of you used to go through the roof.
Yeah. Spread slowly.
Yeah. Like coronavirus.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so what do you want to do? It doesn't appear to have reacted to your presence at the moment.
So we can all see this. Or we.
Yeah, you can all see this. Yeah,
Okay.
I just realised it's a flying pig.
it's a flying pig. Yeah.
And you're still a bird.
Oh boy.
I'm still a bird.
Um,
So they can all
I
see
think
it,
it's a
right?
statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll. I think I'll try and intimidate it from the other end. Just go.
Okay, so
Do
we
we
roll
need to put Swido on board
initiative.
as well?
Please.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah, we need you.
Swido,
There he goes.
you've been called.
It's been.
Hiding behind a pillar.
Yeah. Just go.
Well, these guys are making noise.
Just,
Okay.
I'm staying out of it for the
This
minute.
is a very
So
good
Just
I'm
flying around. You're like
Yeah.
one of the pillars, just.
I've done a wild shape back for it to see me.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, what sort of bird are you?
eagle.
Oh, okay.
Both are blended. Hopefully there's eagles in the air, but there's eagles.
It's random
I
eagle.
haven't seen one of these for
Right.
100 years.
Lobo,
Hello.
initiative.
Oh, okay.
19 plus 4 is 23.
Is there anything you don't get initiative?
Sim.
Is there anything you don't get?
Charisma
Yeah,
saving throws.
5.
yeah, strength and
Kingsman?
Constitution.
4.
2 seconds.
Yeah,
Maylor,
7.
advantage on initiative, advantage on dexterity.
Swido,
18.
Reckless attacky thing.
Noella,
Could be, but
7. I'm playing as an eagle. Can I do that? 'Cause I'm transformed back into myself.
you would have to land and transform. So what was your initiative?
Oh, 7 still.
7. Okay.
stays an eagle and attack its eyes.
Yes, I was thinking backpack.
And Agatha.
11.
Okay, topping around is Lobo. So as Swido finishes his semi-intimidating roar from 120 feet away.
Should I roll for that?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what?
What?
It reacts to your presence by looking in your direction, but Lobo is the first to react to that.
How big is this place?
So those are 10 feet squares.
So I shall move out to the middle.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
About 40, about there then. And I shall give him the old
Finger.
No. The old.
Okay.
And then I'll hold. I'll rage. Can I hold my attack?
Yes.
If he gets in range at some point.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what I shall do.
Okay.
What is friendly?
Oh shit, I never thought that. I've got an idea about turning him into a load of bacon sandwiches.
If he's friendly.
Yeah, even if he's friendly.
Right, Swiddo, you're up.
Right, so I will move in as far as I can. I've got 30 foot movement, so
3 squares. You can move.
okay. And I will. Can I intimidate him again?
You can try, but it won't have any effect. You're too far away.
Okay.
It's like this.
Maybe I'll just do an intimidating dance.
You can do an interpretive
interpretive
dance.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm sure Lobo feels intimidated.
Do the running man.
He's trying to make me laugh.
Yeah. You want to do anything else?
I'll just hold my action.
Okay.
Just get ready.
Okay.
I am going to
Oh.
bonus action click my heels together
Yeah.
because I'm wearing boots of speed, which means that I can move 70 feet
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so that is 7 squares.
Yeah. Oh, 7 squares. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And can I hold an action if it wants to come for me? Then I will attack it with my
Yeah,
last
no
lance.
problem. No matter.
I'm an eagle, so can I do multi-attack?
No, because you're not.
Oh, not giant eagle. I am normally, so... I don't know.
But you're also not close enough to it to be able to attack.
Oh, where am I? Am I
You
over
spotted
here?
this when you flew over here, so
Yeah.
you're roughly the same
distance
location
away?
as
Okay.
these guys, just up in the air.
So can I fly to it, or is that class an action?
Movement would be whatever your speed movement is.
Okay, so I
Probably
speed-
30 for an eagle.
Oh, 10. Flying is 60 foot.
Flying is, so you can fly 60 feet, so you
Okay.
can fly 6 squares
Okay.
and then attack, but there's nothing to attack. So
Okay.
Well, you could be double moved.
you can double move 120 if you want, but then you might be within range of its attack in your eagle form.
I think I might just stay where I am then and see what happens.
Okay, so you're roughly where Agatha is.
Yeah, that's
but
fine. I'll just
what,
hover around
30
here.
feet up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, it's my turn. So the ball reacts by standing up. He takes 3 attacks on the throne, and you see cracks appear all over it. And again, from what you've just witnessed, you see this crackling energy. With these 3 attacks, enough damage is done to it that energy starts to arc out and fly across and ground on the columns. You see the 2 columns at the end here collapse into rubble. He picks up the throne and bodily throws it down onto the arena floor. So can you please place the Kyber crystal 5 squares in front of Agatha?
Dark Lassie!
What, gap of 5? Or
A gap of, well, 5 away, so a gap
Oh,
of
okay,
4.
so down one.
So 4 clear spares, that's it.
I think to hold a bonus action in an
So
action
the
is
throne is
bonus
completely
action.
destroyed, and the Kyber crystal within is exposed, and you can see cracks all over its surface. And like I say, this energy is grounding out. It's already destroyed 2 of the columns. Energy is now reaching forwards to roughly where you are.
Huh.
That's the boars go over. Maylor, it's your turn.
What's happened to the crystal? Sorry.
It's damaged.
It's
Oh, okay.
breaking
It's going to
up.
blow.
It's
Stage
unstable.
2
Can't
damage.
take any more.
It's damaged enough that the magic is now released from it.
Was that stage 2? I think that was stage 2, wasn't it?
I think stage 3.
Or was it stage 3? That means not only one more hit and it's going to blow up.
I think it
It's
sounds like it's going to blow up anyway.
Well, I was going to summon a greater demon, but I'm glad that we established that the crystal
Could
is
you run
damaged.
towards us with the stone, perhaps?
I'm going to go into the area. So I was there. So 1, 2, 3, and I will ready the crystal.
I don't know, you can keep double move if you want to get further up.
Oh yeah, okay. So
That probably doesn't help though, does it? Because where he's standing now would be in the centre of everyone,
Yeah.
rather than if he moves towards Agatha.
Yeah.
He's got the boots of speed
Because
on.
I can still
Yeah.
I can still run back.
Because
As
otherwise
it's
it's going to be too far away from
exploding in
Kingsman.
slow motion, she could be running away from it.
yeah,
Okay.
Fast.
So that's your go over, yeah?
I'm gonna ready a firebolt just in case anything comes, or at least attempts to try and attack me.
So you're either readying using the teleportation stone.
Oh, yeah, I'm
which
readying
is,
the
using
teleportation
objects,
stone,
or doing the spell.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
wanna
readying
use-
the teleportation.
Okay. Sim.
I'm going to
Stand
saunter over to Maylor and grasp his stone.
next.
Okay. Kingsman.
I'll do the same. Yeah. I'll get in behind him and grab his stone.
Reach around.
It's always a reach around.
So that's that round over.
Yeah.
At the end of that
Can't waste
round,
time anyway.
the energy intensifies.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's close
this
to
is
the
now starting to damage the walls of the arena and the 2 columns that you're standing next to. Hasn't touched you yet, but it's
I'm not feeling very
grounding
safe.
itself to the building.
Yeah.
Lobo, you're up, top of the round. What do you want to do?
I think it's going bye-bye, so I just turn around and grab Maylor by the stones.
Okay. Swiddo?
Same thing. I'll grab him by the stone.
Okay.
Oh, and shout to Agatha,
Come back.
get back here.
Agatha?
I'll shout, you're not the boss of me, but I'm coming anyway. Keep my heels together.
It was just a suggestion.
I'm coming anyway, not because you told me to.
Yeah.
And Noella?
I think I'm just going to sort of plumb it down and just land on his shoulder. potentially.
Okay.
Touching
Right.
stone.
So-
Touching stone.
Yeah.
Everybody is now touching some part of the
Yeah.
stone or somebody touching
Yeah.
a stone.
Yeah.
Your held action now activates,
Yeah.
so you teleport out, so
Yeah.
you don't see what happens next.
It's a shame it doesn't teleport. It's just like a little way away, so we can see it.
Where did we teleport to?
So you
The next
teleported
place.
to
I think.
Back to where we started.
back
We're
to where
on
you
an
started.
airship.
Yeah.
Barren Keep.
Da-da-da-da.
So this place saw you defeat. Thank you. The Clockwork Dragon.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah, you placed your.
What do you get for working? Paying those bills, having a job and working, doing the hustle.
You placed your keystones within the corridors of the caverns that lie underneath the Barren Keep.
Are these a dungeon?
Sort of. No, not really. It's a cavern. Next campaign we'll have Dungeons and Dragons.
Awesome.
But this one will just have Clockwork Dragons and no dungeons. Anyway, so you appear in the cavern, in the alcove where you place a keystone. The place is completely empty, as it was when you departed last time. This time you didn't have to sneak past any of the Clockwork soldiers or anything that was patrolling the building itself, because you've appeared underground, directly underneath the
No,
building.
that's still illegal.
No, there is still an eagle.
Did you understand me when I talked to her?
Yeah.
I say, at the last place everyone was leaving, why not have a quick
Yeah.
look around?
Fly.
Okay, so you fly off back
Lucky,
down the
lucky.
cavern and outside. You do a circuit of the building.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one there.
Oh.
You also notice that the flying vessels that were behind the building
Mm-hmm.
that the Clockwork soldiers were using. So, if you remember, before you was attacked by the Clockwork Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
you were assaulted by a flying vessel that was full of Clockwork
Yeah.
soldiers. Okay, those vessels and all the Clockwork soldiers that were here
Mm-hmm.
are gone.
Oh wow. Okay.
It sounds like they've been called to battle.
So I fly back, re-transform into a human,
Okay.
and tell them what I've seen.
So you explain all of that. So what lies before you is a series of caverns. What do you want to do?
Go in.
Yes, I'll say, press on.
Okay. So you explore the cavern network, and what you notice after a while, after about 10 minutes of walking and heading down some dead ends and getting lost, is you notice a light pulsing from in front of you, and you start to follow that because it seems familiar. It's the same pulsing blue light you've seen in the previous 2 locations. You eventually, again through trial and error, find your way to what you believe to be the centre of this subterranean labyrinth. You reckon you're well below the centre of the keep now. And it opens up into a large cavern-like structure which is covered in crystal. And
Oh, is that a
there's
gold?
there is a, so you've got it, that's it, right there, Pete, well done. So you've entered from the entrance over there, so you can place characters over in the corner. Over there. And this spirals up in a corkscrew. So this level is around about 20 or 30 feet higher than you are.
It goes up.
Okay. Yeah.
We see anything else? Is there any noises?
It is completely empty, and as you know, you've already defeated the Clockwork Dragon. So this is probably its lair.
Yay.
Is there any treasure?
Yeah, there's some
Treasure
gold,
the
isn't it?
board.
Yes, that is actually there.
Okay.
So above you on the platform, 20 or 30 feet up, you see the pulsing blue kyber crystal, and surrounding its base are large piles of gold coins, strange looking objects, gems and other pieces of
My backpack.
desirable objects.
Scoop the whole of it.
So Sim runs off,
Yeah.
sets off the 27 traps that are between him and the pile of gold.
Well, that means we can
Thanks
get
for
them
coming,
about setting
Pete.
Illy off.
Take one for the team.
We'll head up there.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Skedaddle.
Are we
Have a
checking
look
for
around and
traps?
see if
Yeah,
I,
there's
don't,
traps.
I don't see why there would be any traps in a dragon's lair, but
I don't think I'm just running up there. Doesn't make
Yeah.
a place to me.
Okay,
If
you're
you
going
can
full
find-
Scrooge
I'm
McDuck.
an urban thief. Isn't I don't recognise
You're dying
this
of
Yeah.
this environment.
Okay, so you do get to roll on the treasure hoard table. Now you've found the dragon's treasure hoard. And who wants to roll? You get to roll twice. So who wants to roll?
How much time do we get before? Sign up?
How much time there is? There's probably about 6 hours left
Okay. All right.
before.
Loads.
yay!
What was that?
Treasure.
So who wants to roll?
I'm going to roll.
Yeah, sure
You're
there.
going to regret this.
Right, can I do this hard copy then? Please, you pass me down the DMG.
Hard copy styly.
DMG.
I was waiting for that, so I need to plug. It's the dungeon.
What page, Steve?
You've written one,
No.
So, DMG, Chapter 7, Treasure. You will find that on page
11:7.
Page. Well, one I'm using is on page 139, but the random treasure tables begin on page 136. So we are going for a treasure hoard for a challenge rating
Look at that.
17.
Been out of the game for a
Creature.
while. You're now level 9.
Yeah.
Just got Dragon's Treasure. You haven't hit anything yet.
Right.
Got a brand new mini.
Yeah.
Percent?
Yes, we'll just go straight into percentage rolls, please.
26.
26. Right. So can you roll me 1d10, please?
1. I told you.
One gold piece.
Glass. Why the hell did you let him roll dice?
He jumped in before we could say anything.
Nothing here.
You find a jade statue of a green dragon, obviously, because it's done out of jade. that somebody with some intelligence can check, see how much it costs.
Well,
Oh,
I
I
might
could
do
do
that.
That might
Well,
Plus
I could,
eight.
but are we all in that vicinity? Or?
Yes. You're all
Okay.
there. This treasure hoard roll is a result of everyone searching. It's just he's rolling the dice.
Oh, okay. So that is a 18 intelligence check.
Okay, so you think this is worth around 2,500 gold pieces?
Is the treasure glow?
I think
Is it?
Kingsman is our
Yeah, Kingsman.
treasure keeper.
Treasury.
Kingsman Treasury.
Jade Dragon, 2000.
Jade Dragon, 2,500 gold
Well,
pieces.
money's going for his.
Right, can you also roll me
Side hustle.
1d6, please?
3.
3. Okay. Percentile dice.
Come on, do it.
34. You find a potion,
Oh.
Viagra.
because I can't be bothered to just tell you the number and then look it up later. Potion of speed. So we'll say that part of this 6 hours is you doing identify.
Of the jade statue.
Yeah. Not the jade statue.
Oh,
the
just
jade statue is
everything.
not magical.
Oh,
So potion of speed. Next. Percentile
Does
dice.
anybody want that before we stick it in the bank?
No.
Nah.
Nope.
I don't need
Yeah,
any drugs
sure.
right now.
I'll take the whole thing.
I would suggest somebody have it. We are going into the end of the fight.
Yeah.
And
So
potion of
you've got
speed.
potion of speed, take it off the bank.
39.
What's going on?
Potion of speed.
You got 2 potions of speed.
This dragon was obsessed with potions of speed.
All the things that
Yeah.
Dragon hoarded. Must have been in a hurry.
Widow, did you want one?
A potion of speed. I'm good.
So you
Is
got
that some
2.
kind of dragon roll?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Speed.
Ah, yeah. I never even thought of that. That's really good. I like
And
that.
percentage again, please, Pete.
60.
5 dozen. 60.
You find a
Ten.
small quiver containing 10 arrows,
Oh, that's me. I'll have that. Thank you very much.
and they are +3 enchantment.
Ooh.
Ah.
So how many 10 arrows plus 3?
10 arrows +3.
Ah.
Okay. Next person to roll percentage dice.
Well, that's all. See how bad this ends up. 72.
Okay, 72. Roll me 1d8, please.
I don't know if that was a good. 2.
You find 2 sapphires,
Ooh.
and within them you can clearly make out the formation of a star. So it would be considered a flaw in the crystal, but it's such a perfect formation that it becomes a feature of the gem itself.
Wow.
So you find 2 star sapphires. Josh, if you'd like to make me a roll.
Do you want those in the
Well,
bank?
in fact, you can
Nice.
do them because you have a jewellery shop. So
Oh, yeah.
You want me to roll for
no,
investigation?
you can say these because they're gems.
Oh, okay.
Got a professional opinion.
Yeah.
So do I, what am I rolling on? Or anything, you're just going to tell me?
There isn't a skill for it, is there? It'd be intelligence based. So roll an intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus.
Have no proficiency bonus. But I rolled a natural 20!
You do have a proficiency bonus.
+4.
Where?
Where's
Oh,
his
there.
proficiency bonus?
Next
I have
to charisma.
+4! Natural 20, 24!
Okay, and you've got no intelligence modifier, no?
No.
No. So these gems are worth 5,000 GP each.
Oh, damn.
But you think if you were to set them within a piece of jewellery, say a set of earrings, that you could increase their value by about 25%.
Could you put them in Jade Dragon?
Yeah.
Put them in this the
That's-
eyes of the Jade Dragon.
Yeah.
They're the wrong shape, and
Oh.
he doesn't work with art objects. He works with jewellery.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab mine.
Could be the most expensive dragon statue.
Cool.
Okay, roll 1d4, please.
Two.
Okay, so roll percentage dice.
Potions of speed.
24.
You find a familiar pair of boots. They're the same as what Agatha's wearing.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are they actually a different colour
They're
though?
not magical, they're just
Could I-
familiar.
Oh, this.
Yeah, what colour do you want them in?
Boots or
Joking.
dead familiar.
Boots of speed.
Boots of
Oh,
speed.
someone else with them.
I mean, do I? Is it
Some more speed.
They double your, as a bonus action, you click your heels together and they double your speed.
Yeah, I've taken.
So you have
I
two.
don't need 2 pairs.
Unless anyone needs their own
Percentage starts again, please.
Okay.
I already got boots.
So boots of speed.
Yeah, I've been to speed.
42.
So once you've cleared one of the large piles of gold away, you find a pedestal, and thrust within that pedestal is an ornate greatsword. Excalibur.
Just what I was looking for.
In the pedestal, set within the pedestal is an ornate greatsword. The greatsword's handle is styled as if it's living flame that reaches up the blade. The blade itself at the beginning is curved and has flanges to make it appear as if it's the blade itself is extending out of the flames. When you move around, it has this sort of watered steel effect on it that makes it ripple and change colour as the light hits it.
I stopped
You
searching
didn't
and I
describe my
just.
potions of speed like that, Steve.
No, I didn't.
Well,
didn't
get
I?
all special treatment.
Been afraid just. What?
Yeah, you've got to see if you can pull it out now.
Oh,
If you're are you the chosen?
am I
Does
the
it say
chosen one?
whosoever shall draw this sword shall be the rightful King of England on the side of it?
I'm the king of. I'll become the king of England, King's widow. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's England?
You're going to try and pull it out?
Yes,
Make me a
indeed.
strength check, please.
Oh, this Greg screws up. Okay. Plus.
So it'd be. What's your athletics?
Athletics is +9.
Right, so it's an athletics check.
Okie dokie. 23.
Okay, so you grasp it with both hands and pull. You manage to free the blade easily, and as you pull it free, it's shing! And as you lift it above your head to stop you from overbalancing and falling on your ass, it bursts into flames. It is a flame tongue greatsword.
By the power of grace.
I'll have that.
Oh, I thought you meant like burst in flames and just disappeared. It's like,
It's a flame sword.
I was like,
Oh, so should have done that.
I was like, oh.
So
Okay,
it's
so
basically a lightsaber
you
then.
can search for that. So it's it gives you +2 to hit and
Okay.
does extra damage because it's when you wield it, it's on fire.
Okay, so
Are you sure? I
flame
don't think it
what?
gives you any pluses
Flame
to hit.
tongue.
I thought it would give you +2.
No, I think it's just extra damage.
Right, okay.
It's like you end up rolling 4d6
Great.
instead of 2d6.
Okay.
All right, because you didn't do very well rolling, I have to say you can have another percentage on the table. So who wants to roll it?
I'll go
It's
for
a
it.
lot of pressure.
Put the other sword back.
3, 0, 30.
Yeah.
So the 3 is on the one with the 2 numbers on. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, 1d10, please.
1d10.
Yeah, it's just 2d6, Steve.
But it does count
10.
as magical. So.
Yeah, it does count as
Yay.
magical. Though.
You find 10 pieces of art. They range from small portraits in lockets and handheld sort of mirror type things, but with a portrait in it rather than a mirror, to small statues and chess pieces carved out of ivory and alabaster, to small ornate pillboxes and snuff boxes.
Don't set them on fire.
To make me a D20 check on your intelligence, please, to assay the cost.
That is a 8 plus 3, so 11.
Okay, so you reckon these are worth about 2,000 gold pieces each.
How many?
2,000.
No, how many of them?
10.
10.
Oh,
That's good.
that's a good old good.
And then roll me a 1d6, please.
Okay. 1.
Okay. Percentage dice.
I combust. No, that's a D8. 51.
You find a spell scroll.
Ooh. Pretty powerful.
Do I know what it is?
Yes. If you'd like to read it.
Yes. Do we need a roll for that?
It's cursed.
Whoever reads this scroll, head shall explode.
Petrified into stone.
Whatever
Bear
it
with me.
was, it was a 15 plus whatever I need to do it for. So
Okay, you wasn't rolling.
okay.
I'm gonna tell you what the spell is.
Stick that one in the bank.
What?
Keep that in the bank. The dice bank.
Could make for an interesting game if everyone rolls like 20 different times and you write it down,
Yeah.
and you get to use those rolls whenever you want.
Ah.
But obviously, if you use all the good ones up first, then you're left with the rubbish ones when you get the big fight. You know, that could be quite interesting, couldn't it?
What 7th level spells have you really got in that spell book I gave you?
It's a good question. I need to go back to your message to me to find them.
You should have put them in your book on your character.
I did, I think. But I can't.
But you don't need to go back to my message.
I couldn't put them in because I'm.
Oh, 'cause
I
you're not
can't have any
appropriate
7th level
level.
spells.
Oh, right,
I
okay.
can get the document up.
Right. Get the document up. I think I know what I'm giving you.
What's up, spellbook?
I'm going to give you reverse gravity, so I don't think that was in the spell book.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a scroll of reverse gravity.
Okay. I can't. I didn't.
You can't scribe it, but you can use it.
Okay. Reverse
Scroll.
gravity. Okay.
That sounds like fun.
Okay, and that is it.
How much gold was there?
Far too much to carry.
But
Fill
how
up
much
pockets up
can
anyway.
we actually carry?
Okay, so how much space have you got in your bags?
Oh.
That's why there's too much to carry.
I'm only carrying some.
I can carry
Didn't you have your
Yes,
portable?
lots.
Oh yeah, is that a little portable thing we can...
Portable
The hole in the wall.
Got
We
a
could
hole.
fill the portable hole, which is like 15 feet by something, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
Does stuff stay in there when you close the hole?
We're just like
Yeah.
everyone shoveling
Yeah.
into this hole.
Yeah, it's a dimension
And then we-
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Okay, so I'll decide how many coins that is in terms of gold and platinum. So you're going to just fill the hole up until it's got
Okay, it's full to
capacity.
the brim.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
right.
take it.
Did anyone have a bag holding as
I've
well?
got a bag of holding. I'm just reading. Yeah.
What have you got in it already? 'Cause you probably ain't
Literally
got
only 9 potions of restoration, apparently.
All the potions we
So
Fill
you,
that bag
you fill
up.
that up as
Fill that
well.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, would anyone like a potion of restoration?
I'll just
Okay.
drink
So you've got
one.
one portable hole filled with coins and one
Bag can hold
bag
up to
of holding
500
filled with coins.
I don't have a lot in my backpack, so I'll just fill up that as much as I can.
I'm glad
What have you
that
got?
on
What
the
backpack?
eve of a huge
Only
battle that could
adventuring gear
decide
on.
the fate
Oh,
of the
okay.
entire
But I
plane.
mean,
We've
What's the
got
weight?
I can always take my bedroll out, fill it up,
Firing
and,
out.
you know,
Just
tie
in
it.
case we succeed.
Because I can actually, because I'm
Die,
total
right.
bear blokey, I can actually carry like 5 times my own weight or something without being encumbered. So I could carry quite a lot.
I
So
will work out how
if
many
you,
coins.
you know, I wouldn't want to take the pee, but you know, if you could fashion a bag of swords, couldn't you? sort of thing.
Right. So what do you want to do next?
We can fill the boat up.
10 feet deep.
Smash the crystals.
We just put the teleport stone in the middle of all the gold.
No,
And teleport it all
you're forgetting that I sold the portable boat. Did you mention
So
that?
what,
Sorry.
what's his? Why have I got a
Folding boat,
boat, sorry.
filled out with
That's-
gold. You
no,
can
that's-
hold it
that's-
and drag it along
Yeah,
nice.
that's yours.
No, that boat.
But
Yes.
that's
yeah.
nowhere near us because it can
No.
hold up to 50,000 gold pieces.
Yes, that's nowhere near you.
Damn it!
Then we could bring it through the cavern.
I don't know. Is it not in the bag of holding?
Okay.
Right, now we all die. You're going to smash the Kyber crystal.
Yep. Same as before.
Yeah, make
Shall
a
we
perception
all
check
go
for me,
round?
please.
We'll go round.
Oh, where I've got a flaming sword.
17 plus 8.
Yep.
So I found a good spot.
So roll your hit.
Roll to hit.
See the spot.
What are you doing?
Let's see what?
Ignore me.
15.
It's a hit. Roll your damage.
1d8.
I'm enthusiastically grabbing my stone.
Sorry.
Very enthusiastically.
We all touch it.
Squeezing it tight.
For the
Yeah,
third
two
time
hands.
this evening.
Got a good grasp on it.
9.
Somebody's rolling the dice.
7 plus
So
2.
14, 16. 16 damage. Yeah, okay. You damage it. You start to see the beginnings of that spark come to life within.
Okay, hit it again.
Yep.
It's robbing.
15 plus 8.
Hits, roll your damage.
10, 20,
22.
22.
38
Yeah.
damage. So about 3/4 of the way down now. And
Yeah.
again, you're starting to see that rounding out.
So, do we want to step
Across
back
the
and
structures.
spiritual weapon
Yes.
it again?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
So
Or should we just stand next to it and hit it?
it's up to you. But you saw the creature clearly destroy it in one go. And then throw it across the arena at
So
you.
there's time.
And it didn't explode within that round. So it doesn't happen immediately.
19 plus 8.
It did
Not
last
19.
time.
And 7, 14, 15, 16.
Is enough. So you ground it out to the earth and it starts to arc across and hit the crystals. So these sort of, I forget what the geodetic crystals we've got over in the corner here, and destroying them, they fall into the cavern at the bottom. The gold starts to melt into molten slag behind you as you activate the teleport stone and disappear. So you don't see what happens when...
Could we also have a hand on the gold as we disappear?
Yeah.
It's like a reach out.
And you appear at your final destination aboard the deck of your vessel, the Cachemar Noir, which is slowly descending from cloud cover towards the secret facility that you see before.
Secret facility?
Not secret anymore. We're here.
That's
in the
got
secret
steam
facility.
power or something, or coal power.
Just underneath where all the minis are.
Are we falling?
We are descending slowly.
So there is a clearly industrial complex below you, and behind you there is a large, deep chasm which is glowing with some sort of magical energy. Crawling all over this complex and climbing out of the walls of the chasm that's behind it, you see demons, devils, clockwork soldiers, assault clockwork, numbering in the hundreds, possibly even thousands. This is a hive of activity. Yep.
This is what they went to.
You said demons and devils and clockwork. Okay.
They're congregating.
Demons and devils. Lions, tigers and
And that's where we'll end the session.
Lions, tigers and bears. Oh my.
So we've got one more session to go!
One more session to go. The great showdown with the Lord of Blades himself. So you're going to have to figure out how you find the Lord of Blades, how you reach him, from managing to avoid all of his army.
I think he hangs out with the Lord of the Rings and the Lord of the Dance
And Lord of the Flies.
and the Lord of the Flies.
What's going to happen next?
The Dark Lords.
We shall find out in 4 weeks' time, Friday the 28th of February. The last session. Probably a year after we started playing.
It is. It's come up because I remember it was February roughly when we joined. So I talked to Dave at work about it. Yeah.
When did
How
that
many
come
days?
along? Because we did the play in March, didn't we? And it was during the play that you mentioned it.
Yeah. So when did you join again? How far along were we in the summer then?
No, it was about 4 or 5 sessions in, I think. So it's probably around the end of April.
Oh, wow, this is a long time.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't have any of this kit, cameras or
No,
anything.
we did it. It was all boards and stuff, wasn't it? How
Well, the
far
fir-
we'd
the-
come
I think
along.
the first time I came to play was the first time you'd used
Mhm.
the TV.
Pros now.
Yeah,
Pro
well,
professional.
Yeah,
I still
pro.
feel like I have no idea what's going on, but it's still good fun.
Yeah.
Right, and with that, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thank you again to critic.co.uk for our branded DM Shield. Save one session, and we'll move on to something else for something for a little while, and then back to Eberron after a couple of months. So yeah, looking forward to it. Big fight coming. That was a big fight today. I didn't think it would take that long.
Never underestimate how long we can take with our fights, Steve.
Yeah. So thank you for playing. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye. Sharif, you didn't even get in front of the camera. Quickly,
Well, I
go.
walked around. I can't.
No, you're still not there. Keep it more.
It's got a. Whoa, my seat went down. I should.
We started this game as members of the